I'm Pat Summerall here with John Madden. We hear so much about this Dallas team and how good they are. John, what exactly makes them so good?
Well, I think when you talk about pro football, you have to talk about the quarterback. Or when you talk about the quarterback, you talk about Troy Aikman. And you look what he's done. Here's a guy who just got a contract for $50 million, and he's probably worth it. He leads the league in completion percentage. Then you have that. That's the throwing part. Then you need the other part, the running part, and they have Emmitt Smith, who I think is the best running back in all of football. And I'll tell you, he's going to get the ball a lot early today, and he is really ready to go. But you know the thing that makes it all worthwhile and makes it all possible is this group right here, the offensive line. These are the guys. When you have the top quarterback and you have the top running game, this front line has to do the job.
That offensive line is big, and they are very good, too. What do the Giants then have to do to counteract all these offensive weapons?
Well, they're going to have to score some points, and that's what Dan Reeves was saying yesterday. He thinks that they're going to have to score 24 points. They have Rodney Hampton back. They're going to have to be able to run the ball, play pass, take some shots at the thing. But I think they're also going to have some big plays from their defense and their special teams.
The Cowboys have won the toss. Daloiso will kick it off. A loud crowd as Kevin Williams downs it in the end zone. 1st and 10 Dallas at their own 20. First series of the day. Smith. About 8. Stopped by Guyton. 2nd and 2. Emmitt Smith got 8 on the first carry. Flag on the play as Smith comes close to a first down. Stopped by Stacy Dillard.
Yeah, I was talking to Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator, just out in the hall before the game started, Pat. And he says that what they're going to have to do is loosen that Giant defense up and really start running Emmitt Smith a lot early in the game. So he said they're going to give him a heavy dose of number 22 early.
Offside, number 75, defense, lined up in the neutral zone, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Dan Reeves was talking about Emmitt Smith yesterday, said he never seems to get tired. He just keeps coming back and coming back.
You know, he's so strong, and you know, his legs are so strong, and he runs so strong, and he has everything a great running back has to have. I mean, he has the vision, and he has the cutting ability, and he has the strength and the toughness, and anything you want in a running back, Emmitt Smith is that guy.
Pro Bowler Darrell Johnston was the man in motion. Aikman. Pass complete to Novacek. The Cowboys plan to get him a lot more involved today, Novacek.
Well, you know, last year when they had a lot more 2 tight ends, Jay Novacek caught a lot more passes. You see, he only has 40 this year, but the guy who picked up that slack was Darrell Johnston. They've really been, in fact, Troy Aikman was saying last night that all year they've been mauling Jay Novacek. They just jump on him, grab him, do everything to him, but Johnston has been open more.
2 tight ends this time. Nate Newton jumped the count. Mark Tournay started backward, and then Newton jumped.
False start, number 71, offense. No snap, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Jimmy Johnson, the master motivator. 2nd and 9, make it.
I'll tell you, Jimmy Johnson knows what he wants and lets his players know exactly what he wants, and they're a top organization. I mean, they have a plan for everything.
Aikman to throw it. Outside to Darrell Johnston. Picked up about 4. The Giants converge quickly. Myron Guyton was the first man there, helped by Mark Collins. Phil Simms.
Yeah, that's probably the longest thing. You know, you come out, you get warmed up, you go in, you have the introductions, the crowd's all fired up. It's the biggest game of your season, and you have to stand over in that sideline waiting to get the ball, and you know you're playing against a team like the Cowboys that have so many weapons. You just hope you get a big 3rd down play on defense.
Aikman back quickly. Outside to Smith. Not quite enough for the first down. Jesse Armstead was the nearest Giant defender. Smith indicating to the sideline they need about 6 inches.
And Jimmy Johnson has his biggest decision early in the game, and he's already made it, Pat. He's not going to take a chance here on 4th down. He's going to punt it.
John Jett in to kick for Dallas. Back deep. The dangerous Dave Meggett.
Giants only had 10 guys on the field. Now they have 11, so they're ready to go in their return.
Jett hasn't had to do a lot of punting. Gets it out. Meggett signals fair catch. And the Giants will take over at their own 24.
Go inside the locker room and behind the scenes. Inside access you can't get anywhere else. It's the home for all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
My mother used to say, always keep your heart open. It's the only way to give and receive love. That's the inspiration behind my open hearts collection at Kay Jewelers. I worked with Kay because as the #1 jewelry store in America, they've brought more hearts together than, well, just about anyone. My wish is that my open heart design becomes a universal symbol of hope and love. Because if your heart is open, love will always find its way in.
Inside voices, please.
How can you explain the Johnsons' success?
The Johnsons had a game plan. They knew the Motorola lineup, what phone works for what person, and they bought all over us right down here.
What about Mrs. Johnson?
I like the way you raised your hand. Patty Johnson came ready to play, but now I'm ready to play too. I know that Motorola has camera phones, prepaid phones, and I am going to crush her.
Mom, can I go to the movies with Debbie this week?
I'm not going to field that question.
You got to have a game plan.
This changes everything.
This season, find the best selection of Motorola phones at unbeatable Walmart prices.
And I can smell victory.
It seems like a great price, but I better make sure.
Who are they?
Well, they're my low-price search party. They help me find the best deals.
Or we could just step over to the Sears Appliance Research Center and check the competition's prices to make sure you're getting the lowest price possible.
We'll be in the food court.
We find the lowest prices, then we beat them. This Sunday through Saturday, get up to 20% cash back on appliances and floor care. For more, see Sears.com. Sears Blue Appliance Group.
The more you travel, the more languages you run across. But there's one that's pretty universal.
1342! 1342! Out, out! Red drop top! Red drop top! Beep, beep! Meatloaf, meatloaf! Hot spuds! Caesar! Dressing on the side, though!
Now during the Expedia Holiday Kickback, book your holiday flight and we'll kick back $200 for your next vacation. Expedia.com.
Friday on Playbook, we'll explain how Matt Forte will help the Bears bounce back and what the Giants defense has planned for the Eagles. Playbook, Friday at 8 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Phil Simms. Been a very, very good year for Phil. Hampton. Second and 7. Hampton got 3. Bob Cratch might have moved a little bit early.
Yeah, that's what you get in a big game.
Number 61, offense.
And we saw the
5-yard
Cowboys.
penalty, second down.
We saw the Cowboys jump early on their first possession. Now the Giants. I mean, everyone gets fired up. You know, you want those offensive linemen. Okay, come on, guys. We got to pancake them. We got to go. We got to go. And then the first hard count they hear, and that's what Simms gave was a hard count. Here is put. You know, and those guys, they're just ready to go. I mean, the first thing that can set them off is going to set them off, especially early in a big game like this.
Second and 12. Meggett behind Simms this time. There, Pierce was the man in motion. Simms looking at Meggett, now looks the other way. Has his tight end, Aaron Pierce. Fumble. And I think the Giants got it back. It's going to be shaky.
From the signs, it looks like the
Dallas got it back.
You have an official without a cap pointing towards Dallas's way. Great read by Simzo. He had Meggett to the left. He has Pierce to the right. You see him look to the left and then come back to Pierce. Now, in looking at Meggett, that took that safety out of there, and that let Aaron Pierce right down the middle, and he just got that ball stripped out of there. Meggett went for it, didn't get it, and the Cowboys came up with it.
Darren Woodson came up with it. And so Dallas takes over at about their own 40. Call it the 37.
That was a big play for the Giants. It turned out to be a big play for the Cowboys. One of the things that both teams talked about yesterday is, one, that on defense they have to get turnovers, and the other side, but on offense, we can't turn the ball over.
Cowboy 1st and 10 at the 38. And Aikman to throw it. He looked in the direction of Emmitt Smith, the flag on the play.
Usually when that guy throws it from that deep position, it's going to be against the tight end.
Number 54, defense.
Against Carlton Bailey.
Automatic first down.
See, that deep guy keys the tight end, and it's usually someone doing something to the tight end. And that's what Aikman was saying. He was saying, you know, last year it was a lot easier to get the ball to Jay Novacek. And of course, when you get a guy like Jay Novacek, who's a Pro Bowl tight end, you know that he's going to draw a crowd. He said they're just doing everything to him.
They grab him every play. Johnston on the move. And Aikman to throw it again. Michael Irvin. Irvin stays on his feet and gets to the Giant 40.5. Greg Jackson was the defender.
Yeah, you watch Aikman here, and again, a little play pass, and then look at this pass protection, the time that he has. And if he has time, this guy can get the ball in there anywhere. And the guy that he's going to look for most of the day is number 88, Michael Irvin.
Harper comes right this time. Irvin is left. They go in a hurry, and Emmitt Smith is tracked down from behind by Keith Hamilton.
I was talking to Jimmy Johnson before the game, Pat, and he says that in all the years that he's had Emmitt Smith, this is his 4th year, he said he's never seen him as excited in practice as he was this week. He said he's never seen him get ready for a game. He said, you know, that's not one of his strengths, is getting ready and practice and all that. He said, but he practiced harder this week for this game than he has in any other game in 4 years of Cowboy.
That's a pretty good tribute. 2nd and 9. Aikman outside to Darrell Johnston. Johnston bowling down to about the 32, stopped by Corey Miller.
Maybe Aikman is going to feature the Moose today. You know, here's a guy that has meant so much to this Cowboy team. You know, he's the big play that the Cowboys run to Emmitt Smith is that lead draw. And of course, the lead part of it is Darrell Johnston.
3rd and short. Aikman fell down, gives to Smith. Smith has the first down. He almost fell down. Myron Guyton made the stop.
Yeah, that's what makes Emmitt Smith Emmitt Smith. He almost always falls down, but doesn't fall down. You see, he's going to start here like it's going to go to the right and then cut it all the way back in here. And there's no one that does this better than Emmitt Smith. See, he starts to the right. It's supposed to be up there in the middle. He feels something back here and then sees it, then makes that move. Almost falls, like I said, put his left hand down and still made the first down.
Aikman will throw it on first down. Gets it out to Darrell Johnston again. Johnston is down, lost it, and Darrell Johnston got it back. At the 21. Mark Collins cut him down.
Yeah, let's watch Lawrence Taylor, Pat, here, because one thing the Giants have to do is they're going to have to get some pressure on Troy Aikman. Now, one of the guys that, if he's going to come up with a big day, if he still has a big day left in him, it has to be Lawrence Taylor. I think he has to get there, just disrupt him a little. You're not going to get a lot of sacks. Make him throw it when he doesn't want to. Don't let him step up, all those kinds of things.
That time, 3 of the Dallas blockers had a shot at Lawrence Taylor. They all took it. The last one, Emmitt Smith.
Lawrence Taylor does draw a crowd.
That's Emmitt Smith to about the 15. Stopped by Bailey.
Of course, Emmitt Smith is going for his 3rd consecutive rushing title today, so he'll know what he has, but Jerome Bettis of the Rams will also know what Emmitt Smith has, and Bettis and the Rams play later today. And Emmitt Smith wants this win, number 1. But number 2, he wants that 3rd consecutive rushing title.
1st and 10 at the 15. It's Smith again. Taken down by Myron Guyton, but he got 4 yards.
You know, the one thing with the Cowboys, you always have to block that backside because you never know where it's going to go. You see, here he is here. Here's the onside. So you block that, but then the other thing the Cowboys do is they block this side equally as well. Because even though the onside is to the right, look at how that backside blocks. And you see those blocks in? Those are the things that make the cutback possible.
2nd and 6. Galbraith in motion. It's Emmitt Smith again. This time he doesn't get much. Stacy Dillard as Smith got just across the 10.
Yeah, I always said, Pat, that the best friend of a quarterback is a good running back or a good running game. And now that the coaches call all the plays, I think the best friend of an offensive coordinator is a good running back, because when you don't know what to call, you know, and you always come somewhere where you have a blank, all you have to do is just give it to Emmitt Smith. Lead draw.
And of course, when you have an offensive line like this, you have another weapon. Galbraith moves over to the right side. 3rd and 4. Flag on the play. Aikman gives to Novacek. At about the 5.
I think that was big Eric Williams, the right tackle that moved.
Ball start, number 79, offense.
That wasn't, I think he had to block on Lawrence Taylor. Watch, here's Lawrence Taylor here. Eric Williams is watching him, knowing that he has to block him. So he just takes a little rock there. You see, just starts to get back there. Lawrence Taylor sees him rock and is smart enough to know, if that guy rocks, I'm going to go, because they're going to call him for the rock.
That makes it 3rd and 9. Emmitt Smith has gotten short gains so far, but it's almost inevitable that before too long, he'll break one. Aikman back to throw it. Gets it to Novacek. Fumble. And it got out of bounds. The Giants had a shot at it. The Cowboys maintained possession.
You see Novacek gets by the linebacker right here, and then you see the hit and the fumble, and again, Armstead just can't hold on to the ball. He fumbles it. Now, he doesn't have control of it, so it goes out of bounds. Now, the last team that had control was the Cowboys, so, of course, they maintain control and get to try a field goal.
That ball doesn't look like it would be that hard to pick up.
Yeah, but the football's the only one that doesn't roll.
From 32 yards, Murray puts the Cowboys ahead.
I'm pro quarterback David Garrard, and I have Crohn's disease. When I was drafted, I felt my possibilities were wide open. Then I got hit by the opponent I never saw coming, Crohn's disease. Continuous flares and a lack of control put my career, health, and dreams in jeopardy. But I knew that my doctors would help me make the right treatment decisions.
Now I'm in control, and I can see all the possibilities.
To learn more, go to livingwithcrohnsdisease.com. You too should see all of your possibilities.
The sounds of the NFL are on LiveWire.
Y'all about to see the best show on TV. You are my hero. I love it.
LiveWire, Saturday at 9, exclusively on NFL Network.
There's a plague infecting golfers everywhere. Dirty clubs. Filthy clubs and dirty grooves are killing scores. But now there's an answer.
If you want to hit consistently strong and accurate shots, you've got to keep your club head and grooves clean.
Introducing the Frogger Brush Pro, the world's best golf brush. The Brush Pro features replaceable dual-layer brush heads. Nylon bristles surround advanced phosphorus bronze bristles that are hard on dirt and grass, but easy on clubs. A retractor cord for easy access. A unique pop-out groove cleaner that really gets into your grooves to ensure biting action for all your irons. Frogger's Brush Pro was named a best new product at the PGA Merchandise Show. Frogger's Brush Pro, the world's best golf brush, is only $14.95. And if you call right now, we'll include an additional nylon brush head free. Give your game the treatment it deserves, the confidence and performance that comes with using Frogger's Brush Pro.
Call 1-800-503-5549. Don't delay. Call now.
The Cowboys 3, the Giants nothing. First quarter. 4:37 left. Pat Summerall with John Madden. The winner is the NFC Division champion. The Eastern Division champion, I should say. Onside kick. Handled by the Giants, by Jesse Armstead.
Big play by Jesse Armstead there, Pat. Jesse Armstead was the guy that didn't get the fumble before it got out of bounds. But watch this. This is a gutsy call here. The onside kick. That front five, they always have to check the onside. Jesse Armstead didn't turn his back, didn't run back to block, but checked the onside kick first. It was a perfect kick right to him, and he handled it. I'll tell you, that's a big play.
Really?
Because a lot of young guys would turn and start to run backwards to block for the kickoff return. The first thing you have to do is check the onside kick, and he did.
Actually, a pretty good onside kick by Murray, left-footed. Here's Sims with time. Finally had to throw it away as he was hit by Leon Lett.
Well, he was trying to get deep to Chris Callaway. And again, this was one of those coverage sack type of things. It looks like Phil Sims got banged up a little there. When Leon Lett gets on you, that's going to hurt.
That's a load.
But he does have time here, Pat. This is a bootleg. You fake going one way, you come back the other way. He had good time. He's looking deep. Chris Callaway was deep down the middle, but he had good coverage, and he had to hold the ball just so long, and Leon Lett got there.
Hampton and punch behind Sims. Callaway is the man in motion, and Sims will throw it again. Through the hands of Mark Jackson.
But Phil Sims is thinking, what the heck does he have to do? He started to hit Aaron Pierce on a beautiful play. Pierce catches the ball and then fumbles. Then he throws that one, a perfect pass there to Jackson, and he drops it. He thought he had Callaway. He didn't have time. Leon Lett got there. Phil Sims is doing his part.
He certainly has all year long.
He's an amazing guy. 15 years in this league, and still looks like he's been in it about 5 years.
And talks like that. Back to throw it again is Sims. Chased by Jeffcoat. Down by Jimmy Jones. But Jeffcoat made him duck.
Yeah, and that's on Jumbo Elliott. You're going to see Jeffcoat right here. Here's Elliott coming back here. Remember, he still has that bad back. But watch, Jeffcoat starts to the outside. Then they had a double team on him. Aaron Pierce left him a little too soon, and Elliott didn't stay with him. One of those things, sometimes you have two guys on one, and they both relax a little too much. I think that happened on that play.
Horan back to punt. Kevin Williams will field it at the 11. Gets away from one, but a flag on the play. It's Kevin Williams gets out to about the 20-yard line. But a penalty marker down back where he first caught it. 40-yard punt by Horan.
Returned by Kevin Williams. Another round by Kevin.
Remember, it was after the Dallas game.
Illegal block. Number 51 on the return. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
It was after the last Dallas game that Dan Reeves got rid of Sean Landetta, and he brought in Mike Horan.
Next week, a special double feature of NFL Network's Thursday night and Saturday night football. They are renowned surgeons. Every time they operate, they work against impossible odds to give their teams a fighting chance.
Touchdown!
QB. Manning's Colts battle the Jags. Romo's Cowboys take on the Ravens. When all you want is football, there's a place that has it all. NFL Network's Thursday night football. Colts, Jaguars, and a special Saturday telecast. Ravens, Cowboys.
Hey, thanks for the window seat. No, please. You got the presentation?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Oh, let me stow that for you, sir.
Thank you. You know, just to be safe, I used FedEx Office Print Online.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They printed and bound 20 copies of the presentation. Shipped it to Portland. They're going to be there waiting for us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You have a nice flight.
Thank you.
Print online. You upload your document, we'll take care of the rest. FedEx Kinko's is now FedEx Office.
The sun was out, the weather was great, and I got to hang out with Santana Moss.
Good job. Good job. Gotta shuffle. Gotta shuffle. Let's push it. Let's push it. Let's push it. Get those feet. Can I buy those off you? Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Let's go, Allie. Let's go.
Santana says it's important for kids to get outside and play, so we can grow up healthy and strong.
I'm Santana Moss. Helping kids stay active and healthy is how I live United. Want to help? Go to liveunited.org.
Folks, this is an update from the cockpit. The weather back east is still causing delays, so I'm afraid we're going to be on the ground, about another 45 minutes to an hour.
Sweet, I can catch the rest of the game. With NFL Mobile Live, you can watch NFL Network, including 8 live NFL games, get game stats, and hear live audio of every NFL game.
Touchdown!
Yeah. When all you want is football, get it on NFL Mobile Live, only from Sprint.
I'm Jason Taylor. Whether I'm playing pro football or dancing on TV, I rely on teamwork. Kids with cancer, they rely on St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We've changed how the world treats brain tumors, leukemia, and sickle cell. And no family ever pays for treatment.
May I have this dance?
I thought you'd never ask.
Give thanks for the healthy kids in your life and give to those who are not. Donate now at stjude.org or shop wherever you see our magnifying glass.
Tango or foxtrot?
The Cowboys 3, the Giants nothing. Dallas ball at about their own 12. On the 7, beg your pardon, 5 further back. Emmitt Smith struggled outside the 10 to about the 12. Stopped by Brooks and Taylor. Troy Aikman, by the way, is 7 of 7. For 51 yards.
And that's the amazing thing about Troy Aikman is he's so hot now and so efficient that brings confidence. I mean, I think that right now he believes that he can throw any time on any down distance to anyone and make a completion.
Here's Smith again. To about the 16. Lawrence Taylor on the stop.
Yeah, again, we're talking about guys that are going to have a big game, have been in big games, have been the best that ever played, has to have a big game today. That's Lawrence Taylor. I mean, I think when you talk about who's the best linebacker that ever played this game, I think it's this guy right here. Now, he's not that right now, but you wonder, does he still have one more in him? And if he does, the Giants hope they get it today.
Aikman again fell down, and Smith comes out of the pack. 3-0 at Giants Stadium. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter with the clock running.
Yeah, that's what a great running back does, Pat. I mean, they were backed up there, and then they just give it to Emmitt Smith, and now they're out to the 27-yard line already.
Aikman to throw it. Irvin had it, and it was knocked away by Greg Jackson.
They're trying to find that seam in that double zone. See, Mark Collins is going to come up here, and he's going to make a bump, and he's going to force him to the inside. And then they're going to try and find that seam, that hole right between the corner, Collins at bump, and Jackson the safety. And I think what happened, I think Irvin went a little too far in because Jackson got there just when the ball did.
Irvin and Harper are split wide right this time. On 2nd and 10, they give to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith hit down by Eric Howard.
You know, here's the thing that the too deep we're talking about. You see, you have these two corners. They come up and bump. Here, the two safeties play deep. This is what the Giants use. So on that play, Irvin was trying to come in and get in this hole here. He got a little too close to Jackson. But this is the thing that the Giants do better than anyone else. It's that loose, too deep zone, a loose umbrella, and that makes you go underneath.
That's been their base defense for years. Here's Aikman. Out of the pocket, Aikman got the first down. It was against the Giants at Texas Stadium, where Aikman got hurt on a scramble.
That was one of the things that Keith Hamilton talked about yesterday. He says, we have to contain Troy Aikman. We can't give him lanes. Now, if you look right here, you're going to see where the lane is. You see right here, when they have the tackles to the inside, the ends to the outside, they gave him the lane. Now, Aikman isn't a big runner. I mean, it's not like you're playing against a Steve Young, but if you give him a lane, he has the talent and he will take it.
1st and 10, Dallas. At the 40. Emmitt Smith again. Behind the line of scrimmage. We thought he was down, and finally he is. Michael Brooks finally kept him down. He was hit first by Eric Howard. That's the end of the first quarter.
Go inside the locker room and behind the scenes. Inside access you can't get anywhere else. It's the home for all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
I got $583 from cashforgold.com. All I did was look through my drawer full of jewelry I never wear.
Turn your unwanted, broken, or mismatched jewelry into cold, hard cash, because if you're selling, cashforgold.com is buying.
I sold my old jewelry and took the vacation of a lifetime.
I had no idea my old jewelry, rings, chains, and bracelets were worth so much money.
And with gold, silver, and platinum at their highest value in decades, that means more money in your pocket. And because we own our refinery, we can cut out the middleman.
It was so easy. I called the number on TV and asked for their free refiner's return pack.
Safe and insured. I sent in my old jewelry and got more money than I could ever have imagined.
Fill the envelope with your unwanted or broken jewelry and mail it to our processing center. A safe, reliable transaction with satisfaction guaranteed.
I got $423 from cashforgold.com. But that's a lot of gas money.
Call 1-800-718-3225.
Personalize your holiday shopping with Skinit.com. It's the perfect gift for the #1 sports fan on your shopping list. Go to Skinit.com today. Create customized holiday gifts online. Anything you can imagine to personalize your device. Laptops, cell phones, MP3 players, gaming devices, any device, anytime. Or get a Skinit pin card so they can pick their own design. Choose from sports, entertainment, fashion, and more.
To get free shipping, use promo code OFFER05. Go to skinit.com/offer05 today.
Friday on Playbook, we'll explain how Matt Forte will help the Bears bounce back and what the Giants defense has planned for the Eagles. Playbook, Friday at 8 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
The Cowboys with 7 first downs in the first quarter. And look at that time of possession down at the bottom. Sometimes that can come back to haunt you. keep the ball all the time and only get 3 points.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that the time of possession is good if while you're possessing you score points. If you possess and don't score points, it doesn't do you any good.
2nd and 12. Aikman looking, gets it to Smith. Smith dragged down by Corey Miller.
There goes big Kevin Gogan going back into the game. You know, something happened to his hat, and they had to bring it over to the sideline. You don't see many guys miss plays because of their hat. But what happened is he broke the face mask on it. So they had to bring it back, and they had to screw the side of it back into the helmet, so it's protected. So poor old Gogan, he's there blocking on that lead draw, and he got his hat knocked off.
You don't see a lot of hats that big.
No, he has the biggest head on the Cowboy team. They call that thing the lunch bucket, his helmet.
Smith tried straight ahead. Nothing there.
Well, like Norv Turner says, he said they're going to get a heavy dose of Emmitt Smith early. This is the 14th time that Emmitt Smith has handled the ball, running and passing. But here, the Giants win this battle. They stuffed the line, they stuffed the linebackers, and there's Eric Howard making the play.
Howard
Eric
and
Howard,
Fox.
I was going to say, Howard is playing as well right now, Pat, as probably has in 3 years.
Well, he's over. He had all kinds of back problems. Those have gone. And he's playing with a lot of enthusiasm. Jets kick high. Beckett signals fair catch. Makes it. 1st and 10 Giants at their own 17. Sims back to Hampton. Tripped up by Casillas.
And the Giants have to get some running game going. You know, they've only run. That's the 2nd time they've run. They only had 3 yards. Of course, they haven't had the ball a lot, but if they're going to do anything, they have to be able to run the ball, and they have to break some tackles. You know, last week against the Cardinals, they couldn't run the ball, but they didn't break any tackles. And the first guy that was there would tackle them all the time.
Injured Cowboy down on the play is the defensive tackle, Russell Maryland. Rodney Hampton. The deep back at 2nd and 9. That was Meggett in motion, and the reverse goes to Meggett. Norton on the stop. There's Russell Maryland, who was injured earlier.
There's Russell Maryland, Pat. They're checking his Achilles tendon, and I'll show you what happened. Here's Jumbo Elliott. Right here is Russell Maryland. He starts to ride in here. Jumbo Elliott clips him from behind. Now, this is really an illegal block. If we just look at it, see, he's engaged there. See him engaged there? Now watch right there. See, Jumbo Elliott comes right back and gets that right ankle or right Achilles tendon. That is tough.
3rd and 4, Sims back to throw. Standing around with time now, chased by Jeffcoat. Finally threw it away. Hit the yard line marker. Sims went down, chased by Jeffcoat and Casillas.
You know, this Dallas Cowboys secondary is doing a good job of coverage, because that time Phil Sims really had time there. And if you just look at the coverage that this secondary is doing, you see he's looking. If we can stop it now, we can see that everything is covered. There's no one open. And he had to wait and wait and wait, because he did have good pass protection, but none of his receivers got open.
So Mike Horan is in to kick. Kevin Williams back deep for Dallas.
This is where he could use a good directional punt outside the numbers.
Williams gonna let it bounce. It bounces sideways and is out of bounds. And Dallas will take over in pretty good shape, about their own 42.
You look like you're about to show off your team pride by stapling Reggie Bush to your wall.
Watch out.
But did you know there's a better way to put your passion on display without ruining Reggie's life? Not to mention the Saints' chances this season. You can get a Fathead. A Fathead is a life-size wall graphic that won't damage your walls. I can't say the same for you, real-life Spider-Man. And there are over 500 Fatheads to choose from.
I bought my daughter and husband each a Fathead. Then I figured, what the heck? I'll get myself one too.
A Fathead transforms any room of the house. And fatheads are so durable, you can put them up and take them down as much as you want.
I use mine for protection.
Whatever your passion, there's a fathead for every fan. Bigger gifts are better gifts. Go to fathead.com now and get a gift that will make their holiday.
Next week, a special double feature of NFL Network's Thursday night and Saturday night football. They are renowned surgeons. Every time they operate, they work against impossible odds to give their teams a fighting chance.
Touchdown!
QB. Manning's Colts battle the Jags. Romo's Cowboys take on the Ravens. When all you want is football, there's a place that has it all. NFL Network's Thursday night football. Colts, Jaguars, and a special Saturday telecast. Ravens, Cowboys.
Get big arms, a ripped chest, and cut abs with the Perfect Push-Up. Now with free shipping. The Perfect Push-Up works with the natural rotation of your arms and shoulders to maximize results and minimize stress on your body. With the Perfect Push-Up, your hands, arms, and shoulders rotate 90 degrees, just like in a punch. All the energy of the push-up is captured and transmitted right where you want it, to the muscles. There's no wasted effort, just muscle-building movement. And as your arms rotate, you feel it work in your biceps, your triceps, your chest and abs, and your shoulders. Invented by a U.S. Navy SEAL and made with steel and a ball-bearing movement, it's the push-up perfected. So here's the deal. The Perfect Push-Up is only 2 payments of $19.95. When you order, you'll receive 2 Perfect Push-Up rotational handles, and you'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired Perfect Push-Up workout chart. Call right now and you get free shipping. Get big fast. Call now for the Perfect Push-Up.
Russell, Maryland, problem with his right ankle. And they're in the process of retaping that right now.
Yeah, that's a tough one that he got there. You know, when you're playing one guy, he was playing Roberts, and then Jumbo Elliott come from behind and got him right down on that ankle. But all that Jumbo Elliott 310 pounds on one ankle joint is kind of tough for a defensive tackle to take.
Fake is to Smith, and Aikman throws to an open Michael Irvin. Greg Jackson knocked him out of bounds. 22-yard pickup.
Now here's where they could work it. You know, we talk about this double zone. We'll see this. We'll see the safety come over. Now there's a hole right in here, and that's the area that Michael Irvin's going to go in. You see the rotation, but he didn't get a good bump. Now see, because you don't get a good bump, look at this big hole that you have here. Michael Irvin sees it. More importantly, Troy Aikman sees it.
Here's Emmitt Smith inside the Giant 35, a pickup of perhaps 3, stopped again by Eric Howard.
Yeah, that's the thing that this Cowboy team can do to you. I mean, they can pound you and pound you and pound you with Emmitt Smith. Then you think he's going to stay inside. Then he bounces outside. Then they could throw the ball to him. Then they could throw it to Johnston and Novacek underneath. Then you always got Michael Irvin outside. And then if you say, okay, we got all that, they have Alvin Harper, whoever, every now and again, they'll just go deep to him on a bomber.
Aikman back to throw it again. Drops it out to Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt Smith goes inside the Giant 30. Corey Miller and Carlton Bailey converge to bring him down.
And that's where they're so good. You know, we were just talking about there where they pound Emmitt in there and they get that middle clogged up, so they can't get him in there. So instead of going away from Emmitt Smith, they say, okay, we can't get him in that middle. They're closing up that middle. Eric Howard's playing well in there. Brooks is coming up and so on. So now they just dump it to the outside to him and let him run around everything.
3rd and 4. Dallas is 3 out of 6 on these 3rd down conversions. And they'll go with 2 tight ends. And now Aikman decides whatever it is they want to go with, he doesn't like. So it's a Dallas timeout. They'll have 1 left.
Hey! You want some sound bites? Yeah. Waiting for a snazzy sound bite? Sound bite. Everybody ready? Got your popcorn ready. Hey, you vicious jerk! He can't do that!
Fresh sounds.
Yeah.
Classic hits.
Y'all want to get me on camera saying something so my coach get mad at me. Are you out of your mind?
The sounds of the game on Livewire. Tomorrow at 9 Eastern. Only on NFL Network.
So the Storm is the world's first touchscreen BlackBerry. It's only on Verizon Wireless, and it's got this huge, brilliant screen. It's perfect for videos, pictures, and more.
Now get a free Bluetooth headset with purchase at Best Buy.
I love this thing.
Oh, look, he went to Jared.
Excuse me?
May I see it?
Can I just get directions, please?
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Heart's Desire Jewelry at Jared, featuring ideal cut diamonds.
Oh, Dave, you shouldn't have.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
The curve X has the curve Y as its asymptote. That means that
when all you want are the stats to know it all.
Here's Tony Romo looking.
When you want the best highlights, anytime, anywhere.
Down he goes.
When all you want is double coverage.
And Willie Parker is piling up the yardage.
Up-to-the-minute fantasy stats, online video highlights, and NFL Game Center. When all you want is football, go to NFL.com.
They say a man should always dress for the job he wants. So why am I dressed up like a pirate in this restaurant? It's all because some hacker stole my identity. Now I'm in here every evening serving chowder and iced tea. Should have gone to freecreditreport.com. I could have seen this coming at me like an atom bomb. They monitor your credit and send you email alerts, so you don't end up selling fish to tourists in t-shirts.
Offer applies with enrollment and Triple Advantage.
There is a company that is like no other company in the world. CEOs got started here. Astronauts. And software engineers. You see, this company is filled with dreamers. But they also have courage, strength, honor. And when they leave this company, it will be with 1,000 opportunities and the respect of millions. There's strong, then there's Army Strong. To see strength like no other, go to GoArmy.com.
10:20 left to play in the first half at Giant Stadium.
Yeah, you can tell that Jumbo Elliott is having trouble there with his back, Pat. I mean, just trying to sit down or sit up or whatever is making him cringe. You have to sit in the bench and hold on with both hands. It's tough.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. Being consoled by Bart Oates. Kevin Williams in the slot. Flag on the play. Aikman gets it to Emmitt Smith. Smith all the way down to about the 17. He was down. The ball came loose. Mark Collins up to hit him.
I think that's going to be good for a first down. I think the penalty is against the Giants. But, you know, I've always been against throwing short when you have third down, against throwing short of the first down marker. But if you throw into Emmitt Smith, I think it's okay.
You got a pretty good chance of him getting whatever you need.
Yeah, because
offside, number 75, defense, penalty is declined, first down.
That's the second one on Keith Hamilton. Number 75 is here. The first one, they had him for lining up in the neutral zone. This time they have him for jumping offside. But that didn't look like 75 Hamilton. That looked like 74 Eric Howard.
I think
it looked like he got that on the snap count or the hard count.
Here's a handoff from Aikman to Smith. And he gets inside the 15 to about the 13. Stopped again by Eric Howard.
You wonder if everything in its simplest form offensively, and Jimmy Johnson's offense here is you start off and you're going to hand it to Emmitt Smith and throw it to Michael Irvin. And in the first half of this game, that has just about been the offense of the Dallas Cowboys.
There are a lot of decisions you don't have to make when you have those two. Especially when you have a guy like Aikman getting it to him. Fake is to Smith. Hamilton chases Aikman, incomplete. Irvin perhaps was the nearest Cowboy receiver.
Yeah, good coverage by Corey Raymond. Watch Corey Raymond here. He's going to be man-to-man on Michael Irvin. Now that's who Aikman's trying to throw to. Now, Irvin, I don't know what kind of pattern he's running. Now, Corey Raymond does have a little grab of that jersey, but Aikman didn't look like he knew the ball was coming to him, and if he did know, he should have ran a better pattern than that.
Third down. 3 wide receivers. Williams in the slot. Aikman back to throw. Over the middle to Emmitt Smith. He's going to be close to first. David Tate made the stop on Emmitt Smith.
You know, the other part of that equation is hand it to Emmitt, throw it to Michael. The other part is if you don't want to throw it to Michael, throw it to Emmitt. So you can either hand it to Emmitt, throw it to Emmitt, or throw it to Michael. And that's not bad as long as you got those big guys up in front blocking for all that stuff, and they are doing that.
They're going to measure. About that much. Let's go ahead and go.
Yep, he's going. You see Big John Giesick goes in there. He goes in at the right guard. Kevin Gogan, number 66, will go in at tight end. He becomes eligible. They're not going to throw it to Gogan. I don't even know if they're running to Emmitt Smith here. I mean, this is the type of thing that
Moose.
No, I don't think they'll hand it to the Moose either. I think that either, if they're going to hand it to someone, I think it would be Emmitt Smith, but I would think with this type of thing, you just go quarterback sneak. Although they're staying in that huddle a long time, usually if you stay in the huddle that long, it's a pass.
Smith is deep. First down, Dallas at the 5. Mark Collins on the bottom of the pile.
Again, you just see Emmitt Smith, the deep guy, Daryl Johnston getting a good lead block there, and that's the soft spot. He went right in there at Michael Brooks. Johnston got it. That's why he's in the Pro Bowl. That's why Emmitt Smith, or one of the reasons that Emmitt Smith was a leading rusher in this league.
First and goal at the 5. Albert in motion. Emmitt Smith, nothing. Carlton Bailey and Stacy Dillard. Smith got nothing.
Well, you know, Dan Reeves is concerned here. I mean, he would love to see a field goal by the Cowboys here. His Giant team stop him and make him go for a field goal, because one of the things that he was worried about yesterday is getting behind early. He said down there in Dallas, that's what did him in. You know, when they got down 17-3, the Giants are not a good team playing uphill.
Second and goal at the 5. Aikman to throw it. Touchdown. Emmitt Smith.
I don't know how much money they paid Emmitt Smith. I know it's a lot of money, but he's earned it the first half of this game, Pat. He said, who's going to be a Giant beater? And so far, it's been Emmitt Smith. They've run it to him. He's running right, left, inside, outside. They've passed it to him. This guy has done everything a running back can do. Look, the blitz is on. They don't get a good coverage on Emmitt Smith. Troy Aikman makes a perfect throw.
Murray for the extra point. Novacek holding. Murray's kick is good, and Dallas leads 10-0.
Go inside the locker room and behind the scenes. Inside access you can't get anywhere else. It's the home for all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
This year, Drew Brees and his New Orleans Saints teammates took me and my buddies out to play in the Louisiana sunshine. He gave me some fishing tips, a couple of football pointers, and treated us to a down-home picnic. We even got to play in a backyard game with Drew. That was fun.
That's a good spiral.
High fives. I'm Drew Brees, and I'm part of the NFL's movement for an active generation. For great play ideas, visit NFLrush.com.
You'll be saying wow every time you use ShamWow. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. ShamWow holds 20 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Doesn't drip. doesn't make a mess, wring it out, you wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. You can cut it in half, use one as a bath mat, use one as a towel, put a wet sweater, roll it up, it dries your sweaters. Here's some cola, wine, coffee, pet stains. Not only is the damage gonna be on top, there's your mildew. That is gonna smell. Look at this, put on the spill, turn it over, without even putting any pressure, 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel's gonna do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this, virtually dry on the bottom.
I can't live without it. I just love it. Oh my gosh, I don't even buy paper towels anymore.
If you're gonna wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one of these.
You're gonna spend $20 every month on paper towels anyway. The mini ShamWows are for everyday use. The ShamWow sells for $19.95, but you get one for the house, one for the car, two for the kitchen and bathroom. But if you call now, within the next 20 minutes, because we can't do this all day, we'll give you a second set absolutely free. So that's 8 ShamWows for $19.95. Comes with a 10-year warranty. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-519-8102. That's 1-800-519-8102. ShamWow is not available in stores and is made in Germany. Call 1-800-519-8102. Call now.
It's bowl season. Get an in-depth look at the BCS matchups. Our conference insiders break down the games with exclusive team reports. College football now, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, only on NFL Network.
Pro football player, showing you what a pro football player is in the NFL. That's what Emmitt Smith is doing.
An all-pro football player.
Well, the best. I think that these kind of games, these big games, are what it's all about. I mean, you know, you go, you're going to, you'll get the playoffs, you're going to get the home field, you're playing for the division, you're playing for everything, and big players come up big in big games.
Murray's kickoff sails to make it 5 yards deep in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. Pro Bowl selections for the 1993 Cowboys: Aikman, Smith, Irvin, Novacek. Offensive lineman Williams, Newton, Mark Stepnoski, who will be operated on next Tuesday. Obviously, he won't play in the Pro Bowl. Maryland, Norton, Thomas Everett, and Darrell Johnston.
Yeah, now that's a representation. I mean, you get 11 guys. I mean, that's like playing. That's what the Giants said. It's like playing an all-star game. You get 11 Pro Bowl players on the Cowboys.
Hampton hit by Lynn. Nothing there. There's Mark Stepnoski.
You know, he had a deal in his contract that if he was voted to the Pro Bowl, he would become a free agent at the end of this season. So he got that injury, and then he started worrying about whether he was going to be voted to the Pro Bowl or not. He injured that knee. He's out for the season, but he was voted to the Pro Bowl, so he will become a free agent.
Casillas jump, set to go through it. Pass complete to Callaway.
I think that has to be against Casillas, and that's what the Giants needed.
Number 75, defense, penalty is declined, first down.
You know, not a guy jumping off sides, but just a guy making a play, a guy making a catch. I mean, you know, Sims gets back, he had good pass protection. Callaway makes a good sharp cut out there. Sims hits him perfectly. The Giants don't need a lot of things going. They just got to start making some plays now, start getting some first downs, and get into a rhythm.
The handoff is to Hampton.
Get up in there.
Hampton is hit after about a 3-yard pickup. At Giants Stadium, it's 10-0 Dallas. Hampton got 4.76. Hampton got a bunch this time. Rodney Hampton out to about the 47, tripped up by Thomas Everett.
That's what the Giants need, just something to get them started. Sims hit that pass, and they got that good push to the left side. We saw the first run to the left side. Now we watch the second one. Trap play, boom, good trap by Roberts there. Hampton's right in behind it, runs right off the trap block.
1st and 10 at their own 48. Hampton behind Sims, and Hampton will carry again. Taken down by Tony Tolbert. Got a yard maybe.
Someday, you talk about great running backs. We know that Emmitt Smith is, and a year ago, Rodney Hampton was a Pro Bowl player. And I've always felt that when a running back plays against another great running back, he wants to show his best too. And I know that Emmitt Smith so far has the upper hand. I mean, he's done everything that a running back has to do, and Rodney Hampton wants to show his stuff now. I'll show you what a running back can do.
2nd and 9. Hampton. Across the 50 to about the Dallas 48. Leon Lett tripped him up.
We saw the one trap. Now we trap from the other side. This time it's going to be Cratch here. Cratch pulls this way. Hampton gets right in behind him, and you want to run right off that trap block. We saw Roberts do it to the right. Now we see Cratch pull. Boom, right there's a trap. Hampton right in behind him.
Good play by Leon Lett. The trap worked, but they didn't get Lett blocked. Here's him. Down by Tolbert. And Lett and Casillas. They all converge. The Giants will have to punt.
And Sims is really upset there because he didn't have a chance. I mean, here's the first one. Tolbert is going to get the first pressure, and then once Sims sees that, he puts the ball down, and then the whole thing becomes a jailbreak. But see, Tolbert's the first guy right there. Tolbert was the guy that made him bring the ball down, and there was Leon Lett and Casillas.
Cowboys were coming after Horan. It's a good roll on the end of the kick. All the way down to the 10-yard line.
The Giants have good field position here defensively. They have to make a stand. They have to stop the Cowboys and make a punt here and get some good field position.
Emmitt Smith looking for room, cut down by Corey Raymond. Good tackle.
Yeah, but the secondary is making way too many tackles on Emmitt Smith. How many tackles have the defensive line made on Emmitt Smith? They're not going to make a lot, but the linebackers have to make more tackles, because the more tackles the secondary makes means the ball carrier is running farther and farther into the defense.
Those linebacker tackles are sort of the key to this Giant defense also.
And they haven't been doing it today, and they didn't do it last week against the Cardinals.
2nd down. Smith again. He lunged upfield for about 3, stopped by Lawrence Taylor and Stacy Dillard.
If you look here, Pat, so far Emmitt Smith has been tackled 5 times by the first guy that hit him, 5 by the second, 8 times it was a third guy, and 5 times it was 4 or more. So the first guy has only tackled him 5 times.
18 carries, 63 yards. They need 2. And Emmitt Smith. Run down by Greg Jackson. And Smith is hurt.
Watch this hole. He's going to make a little counter move. You see, he follows Nate Newton. Nate gets a little block right there. Poor tackling right there. Great running. And I think at the end, Pat, I think he just falls on the football.
10-0. 2-minute warning.
Pepper in some flavor.
Welcome to Chili's.
Try our newest Kick and Crisper creation, new crispy chicken tacos, made with strips of real white meat chicken, cooked until golden brown, topped with ranch and honey chipotle sauce. New crispy chicken tacos, only at Chili's. Pepper in some fun. The Buick Pontiac GMC Red Tag event is here, where the price on the tag is the price you pay. Where we've not only lowered our prices, we're offering big cash back on our best lineup ever. It's our gift to you this holiday season. During the Red Tag event, get a 2009 GMC Sierra for $17,923 and get the best coverage in America. See your local Buick Pontiac GMC dealer.
So this Sony plays amazing high-def Blu-ray discs, but it'll also play all of your old DVDs. And if you use an HDMI cord and plug it in the back, you'll get the best picture and sound available. I like a lot of different movies. Something that can make me laugh or something that can make me cry, I love them all.
NFL Network presents Thursday Night Football. A heated division showdown ignites. Peyton Manning leads Indy's red-hot attack into battle with Jones-Drew and the rival Jazz. The run to the playoffs is on. Colts, Jaguars. When all you want is Thursday Night Football. Next Thursday, live on NFL Network.
Now, get huge biceps and massive shoulders. Get the V-cut, a small-looking waist, and a big upper body with the perfect pull-up. From the U.S. Navy SEAL inventor of the perfect push-up, the perfect pull-up changes the pull-up bar into a complete upper body machine with 2 design advances. The perfect pull-up's handles rotate with the natural movement of your arms and shoulders. And the perfect pull-up is the first pull-up bar with an adjustable swing arm. Start with a bicep-burning standing row. Rip your shoulders and back with an Australian pull-up. Electrify your arms and upper body with rotational pull-ups. It's 3 exercises in one invention. It changes the game and gets you results. So here's the deal. Try the perfect pull-up for 30 days for only the cost of shipping and handling. You pay only $14.95. When you order, you'll receive the perfect pull-up adjustable bar and 2 rotating handles. You'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired workout chart. And when you call, ask about the perfect pull-up ab straps for an off-the-floor ab workout the way the pros do it. Get ripped by the perfect pull-up.
Emmitt Smith being checked. You remember he was hurt at the end of the last play.
And I think we're going to see as Greg Jackson tackles, and watch him go right there on the right shoulder. See right here, he puts his right arm down and then goes on the right shoulder, and that's what they're checking.
Smith has 19 carries, 109 yards now. Lincoln Coleman has replaced him. Aikman is down by Hamilton. I think there might be a penalty. I do see a flag finally at the 40.
Face mask foul, 5 yards on the defense. Still first down.
One thing, you lose an Emmitt Smith and everything goes. I mean, here they come. Keith Hamilton, he gets a penalty on that play, but the big thing was that he got by his guy, that he got into the backfield, that he got pressure on Troy Aikman, because that's really the first pressure the Giants have had on Troy Aikman. And it's ironic, it's the first play that Emmitt Smith isn't back there. Because when Emmitt Smith is there, you always have to worry about that run, so you just can't tee off on the quarterback.
The word on Emmitt Smith is that he does have a bruised right shoulder. Don't know if he'll be back. That's Lincoln Coleman, who replaced Emmitt Smith straight ahead.
Yeah, we got the answer right now, Pat. There's Emmitt Smith going back into the game, and look, the fans don't like that. The fans know what Emmitt Smith has done to him. Look, he has 151 yards already. So when they see him coming on the field, the fans kind of went, oh, no. I mean, it's just kind of, you know how the air goes out of you?
Yeah.
That type of thing when he came back out there.
Second
and 4. One-man gang.
Here's Aikman. Gets it out to Daryl Johnston. Johnston, a Dallas first down at about the 22. Tripped up by Corey Raymond.
And something shows how big Daryl Johnston's gotten. You know, they call him the Moose, of course. That's his nickname, the Moose. He's a Pro Bowler now. But usually you just get your nickname called when you play at home. Daryl Johnston gets his nickname called when he plays on the road. That is big.
Smith behind Aikman, but Aikman will throw. Does to Novacek. Novacek down to about the 16. Stopped by Mark Collins and Michael Brooks.
It gets you with this Dallas Cowboy team. You know, you say, what do you stop? You know, you stop Emmitt Smith, they hit Novacek. You stop Novacek, they hit Irvin. You stop Irvin, they hit Harper. This offense drives coaches crazy.
And they've had the ball almost the entire first half. Here's Aikman throwing again. Johnston, incomplete. Stops the clock with 20 seconds left. Dallas with 1 timeout left. Dallas out of the huddle quickly. 3rd and 4. 20 seconds before halftime. 1 timeout left. Aikman, nowhere to go. Down he goes at the 20. With 14 seconds left to play in the first half.
That's another coverage sack there, Pat. I think he was trying to get to Michael Irvin right here, and you'll see Irvin get down in there deep. And there's too many Giants on him. You see Irvin there, he got a double team right there. Jackson and Guyton both on him. That's who Aikman was looking for. And this is what happened. Now here's how Aikman sees it. See, he's looking down, he's looking for Irvin, looking for Irvin, looking for Irvin, waiting, getting up, no chance.
Emmitt Smith heading for the locker room. There's Russell Maryland, who was injured his ankle earlier, waiting in the tunnel. 38-yard field goal effort coming up by Eddie Murray. Novacek holding. That is good. The kick is plenty long enough. And straight down the middle. That is the end of the first half with the score. The Cowboys 13, the Giants nothing.
At the Buffalo Bills United Way Day of Action, I got to work out with Dante Whitner. He took me through every drill he does to get ready for a game. Dante says good nutrition and exercise makes every kid a champion.
Chance on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, touchdown!
I'm Dante Whitmer. Helping kids stay active and healthy is how I live United. Want to help? Find out how at liveunited.org.
I'm pro quarterback David Garrard, and I have Crohn's disease. When I was drafted, I felt my possibilities were wide open. Then I got hit by the opponent I never saw coming, Crohn's disease. Continuous flares and a lack of control put my career, health, and dreams in jeopardy. But I knew that my doctors would help me make the right treatment decisions.
Now I'm in control, and I can see all the possibilities.
To learn more, go to livingwithcrohnsdisease.com. You too should see all of your possibilities.
You look like you're about to show off your team pride by stapling Reggie Bush to your wall.
Watch out.
But did you know there's a better way to put your passion on display without ruining Reggie's life? Not to mention the Saints' chances this season. You can get a Fathead. A Fathead is a life-size wall graphic that won't damage your walls. I can't say the same for you, real-life Spider-Man. And there are over 500 Fatheads to choose from.
I bought my daughter and husband each a Fathead. Then I figured, what the heck? I'll get myself one too.
A Fathead transforms any room of the house.
Yeah!
And Fatheads are so durable, you can put them up and take them down as much as you want.
I use mine for protection.
Whatever your passion, there's a Fathead for every fan. Bigger gifts are better gifts. Go to fathead.com now and get a gift that will make their holiday.
See, honey, it even has a knob that goes from light to dark.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
Hope it was better than last year's.
Ow! Mama! You okay? Let me see.
This holiday season, give them what they bleed for.
What?
Authentic NFL products. Take advantage of daily specials at NFLshop.com.
Halftime statistics, as you would expect, lean entirely toward Dallas. 13 first downs to 2. And look at the rushing yardage and passing yardage, and John, the pass distribution.
Well, that's the thing that the Cowboys have. You know, they have so many weapons. You can see that Emmitt Smith, they threw to him 6 times, 42 yards. Michael Irvin 3 times for 40 yards. The rest of the team, they've thrown 7 out of 9 for 44 yards. So one thing, you know, that we talked about before the game, that Troy Aikman is so efficient, and he has so many good guys to throw to. But again, I say the guys that make it all possible is that offensive line, and they've done an excellent job of both run blocking and pass protecting this first half.
Eddie Murray set to kick it off. Dave Meggett and Chris Calloway back deep. Line drive kick by Murray, handled by Meggett at about the 15. And he gets outside the 30, about the 32, where the Giants will take over.
You know, one good news for the Giant fans here, and bad news for the Cowboy fans anywhere, is that I don't see Emmitt Smith out on the field. He hurt his shoulder just before halftime. Went in just before the field goal was kicked. We got word that they wanted to look at it. They thought it was a shoulder bruise, but he's still in the locker room.
They x-rayed Russell Maryland at the half. Leon left. Defensive tackle. Howard Cross made the reception from Sims. That's his third completion of the day. And he gets about 9, maybe a little bit more.
And the Giants just have to come out and get a new start here. Remember, early in the game, they hit that one to Aaron Pierce, and then he fumbled the ball, and I think that took all the air out of him, and then they caused a fumble, and they didn't get it. They had a couple opportunities in the first half. They lost them, and then they never got back. So maybe the second half, they got to start over the way they started to start in the first half.
They need about a foot for a first down. Word from the Cowboys is that they're trying to put extra padding in Emmitt Smith's shoulder pads, and he's going to try to go. And the same thing is true of Russell Maryland. They're putting extra padding on his ankle, and he'll give it a go in a moment.
You know, one of the problems the Giants have had, they've had a lot of problems offensively, but one is not gaining much yardage on first down. In fact, that play was the first time that they gained over 4 yards on first down in this game.
They need about a half yard for a first down. Rodney Hampton is that he's back. He will get the first down. Up to the 45, stopped by Casillas and Lett.
This is what you want to do. You want to get right in behind Roberts and right in behind Jumbo here in the running game. That's where he goes. You need a first down. They start the double on Lett. That was the soft spot that Rodney Hampton ran right into. You see, if you know where your double team is, then that's where you're going to expect to get the soft spot. And that's where Hampton got it.
Cowboys 13, Giants nothing. First and 10, the Giants. And Sims will throw it on first down. Gets it outside in the direction of Aaron Pierce, incomplete. Second and long, and that's the situation they don't want to be in coming up.
And they're trying to get in the mixture. They're trying, to get out of that thing where you run on first down all the time. So they're trying to go some passing on first down, but those short passes that get you 5 or 6 yards. I'll tell you one thing, the Giant offensive line so far has not done a good job. They haven't done a good job of run blocking, nor have they done a good job of pass protecting.
Aaron Pierce is the man moving. Sims to throw it. Gets it to Hampton at midfield. And that lunge takes him across midfield into Dallas territory, stopped by Norton.
Now the Giants come in with their third down offense. You can see Dave Meggett comes in. This is where they use McCaffrey, 3 wide receivers. Derek Brown is the fourth. He becomes the tight end in there. Whereas the guy they like to go to in this situation is Dave Meggett.
And he's lined up to Sims' right.
Sims is showing him who to block if they blitz.
Meggett comes out of the backfield. Almost picked off by Gant. Here comes Emmitt Smith with that extra padding in place inside his shoulder pads.
Yeah, again, it was his right shoulder. And, you don't know if he's ready to play yet. I think the thing that tells you he's not is that his belt buckle's not buckled yet. I think the hat, you don't wear the hat that way, and you tighten up that belt buckle.
Punt is partially blocked. Williams hits it, and the Giants get it back. Kevin Williams trying to take it on the hop and lost it. And the Giants get a break.
And everyone's going to remember the Leon Lett play. They're going to say Thanksgiving Day. You don't have to do that. If the ball's flopping around on the ground, get away from it. Every special teams coach will tell you that. Again, you get the block. Here, it becomes a deflection. It's knocked off there. Usually, if you can't field it, if it's bouncing around like that, you just want to get away from it. I think Kevin Williams thought it was taking a pretty good hop and hopped right to him. But I'll tell you, that is a dangerous, dangerous thing when there's all those blue jerseys around.
Jesse Armstead was shaken up on the play. Looks like a problem with his left leg. Kevin Williams, as you said, John, it looked as if it was going to take a good hop, and he tried to field it.
It's bowl season. Get an in-depth look at the BCS matchups. Our conference insiders break down the games with exclusive team reports. College football now, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, only on NFL Network.
The best gifts ever.
A Radio Shack associate suggested a mobile phone as part of a care package for my daughter, who for the first time is away for Christmas. There's nothing like a home movie and some magic to keep a holiday tradition alive. All through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And it all began with the help I got at Radio Shack.
Get a Sony Ericsson W760 Walkman phone from AT&T for only $49.99 at Radio Shack.
Can you believe that we can text, email, surf the internet, even update your Facebook status right from the palm of your hand? At Sprint, we want everyone to experience all of the incredible things a 3G phone can do on a big 3G network. The wireless revolution continues. Come join us.
Introducing the Samsung Rant for $49.99. It's the fully loaded phone on America's largest, most dependable 3G network.
I had the worst day ever.
That's nice.
Mind if I vent for a while?
Mine? I prefer it.
First, I get to work, and the elevator's broken, so I have to ride as a bus. Alice totally pulls rank on the
That's venting.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about venting. What are you talking about?
The vented wide mouth can from Coors Light. It lets in air for a smooth, refreshing pour.
So should I start venting without you?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
I woke up and found you creeping, tiptoe, tip. Oh, girl, I know your secret.
You dipping on me?
Got that McNuggets loving.
You went to McDonald's?
It just ain't fair. Why can't you share your love with me?
Nice song, but you're still not getting any of my crispy, juicy McNuggets.
Girl, you got a 10-piece, please don't be stingy.
NFL Network presents Thursday Night Football. A heated division showdown ignites. Peyton Manning and the Colts. Jones-Drew and the Jaguars. Next Thursday, live on NFL Network.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmgren, and you're watching the NFL Network.
Here's Brock Marion here. To watch him, he comes from the outside. They have the end split. Brock Marion comes in, flattens out as Mike Horan punts it. Boom, he hits it and knocks it to the sideways. Now, Kevin Williams is coming up. Looks like he was going to get away from it. Then he saw the bounce, tried to get it, and made a bad decision.
Hampton on first down to about the 32. Stopped by Norton.
And the Giants have to take control of this game, and if they're going to take control of it, I think Rodney Hampton has to be a big part of it, and the other big part of it has to be this offensive line. And they're doing that right here. Pierce is getting a block. He gets a block on Haley. That gives him the soft corner. Larry Brown misses a tackle, and they're able to get about 8 yards.
2nd and 2. Hampton again. Spins and got about 1. Darren Woodson made the stop. That's Jesse Armstead. Excuse me, John.
I was just going to say that was a big turnover for the Giants as we see him working on Jesse's Armstead's left ankle there. Because this is the deepest penetration that the Giants have had today.
It's been a frustrating day so far for Phil Simms. 3rd and 1. Might just take a shot here. Rodney Hampton over 1,000 yards for the third straight year. And more. Hampton gets the first down.
Looks like Rodney Hampton said I've had enough of that Emmitt Smith stuff. I'm going to show you some because I didn't feel that he was running hard last week. I didn't feel that he was running hard in the first half of this game, but on this play here, he ran hard. I mean, watch this. When he hits that linebacker, Darren Smith, and knocks him backward. Watch Smith come off a block. Now watch the contact there. Smith goes backward.
First down, Giants at the Dallas 27. Hampton as Sims fake to him. Sims throws. Incomplete. Almost intercepted.
I don't know why Phil Sims didn't throw it to Howard Cross. Howard Cross, and he's telling Phil Sims right now, he's going to go tell him Howard Cross was wide open. It was a bootleg. Howard Cross was out on the right side. Now, here's Cross right here. Here's Sims, and I can see it's probably because of the defender there that he can't see him. See, and then that made him scramble, and not only scramble, but look to the other side and throw it where there were no blue jerseys.
That was Tony Tolbert right in Sims' face, and you're right. That's probably why he didn't throw it. 2nd and 10. Sam pass caught by Callaway.
Hey, punt.
Yeah, he zipped that ball in there. Well, one thing, if you give Phil Sims protection, he's going to find some stuff. See, Callaway, he's the guy in motion right there. And now the outside guy comes to the inside. Callaway goes to the outside, and Phil Sims hits him.
Woodson, the defender.
The only
3rd and
thing
7.
is, these receivers somewhere, Pat, are going to have to break a tackle and make a play after they catch the ball.
Well, the guy that can make things happen is to Sims' right. That's Megan. On 3rd down. Megan stays in. Pass is caught by McCaffrey. And a Giant first down.
This is the guy, McCaffrey here. That's the guy that he's going to look for on 3rd down. Ed McCaffrey is a big wide receiver, possession type guy. He just runs a little out. Now where he did is by coming back. He gave Sims something to throw to. But again, we talk about protection. Dave Meggett stays in to help. That's where it all starts. That was good pass protection for Sims.
On first down, it's Hampton spinning and hit by Godfrey Miles.
I'll tell you, they're hitting down there now. I mean, this is good hitting weather. You know, we talk about, that first half, you're kind of positioning stuff. You come out in this second half, and there's a certain finality about it. I mean, you get all those speeches, one more half of the season, men. We got to get it done. Hey, these guys are going after each other now.
The applause you hear is for Rodney Hampton. They've just announced on the school board that he has just rushed for over 1,000 yards. The 3rd consecutive year. That's a Giant record. 2nd down. Knocked down by Brown at about the 5.
Again, they have to make a play. They have to break one of these things. And you see Phil Sims. He has good protection. He's looking out there. Again, he throws that perfect pass to Callaway. See, if Callaway could have kept his balance there and broke back in, he's trying to get in that end zone. But if he could have kept that right foot there and planted and bounced it back into the end zone, that's what the Giants needed.
It's 1st and goal at the 5.
This offense is a lot more aggressive now than they were in the first half.
Hampton and Bunch behind Sims. Sims put his head to his helmet, and that could mean something. It means I'm going to throw it back to Hampton. Hampton's going to get knocked out of bounds after about 2 yards, 2.5.
Right here.
Dan Reeves there, one of the few head coaches that calls his own offensive plays. He has that sheet there. He's getting his goal line people in there. Remember last week they did have a run pass, and Rodney Hampton could take it and run and then throw the ball in this situation.
2nd and goal at the 2. Spins over the top. He's close. no signal. No touchdown.
And this is a trap. They're going to try and go right up the middle. You see they're bringing Pierce along to trap, and Hampton just left everything and just went in the middle, tried to dive over. There was nothing there. This isn't a bad play for a play fake.
3rd and goal at the 1. Touchdown. Treadwell in to try the extra point.
They were looking for Hampton. They handed it to Jared Bunch. Right behind Oates and William Roberts here. The Cowboys had that middle loaded up, and the Giants went right at it. They went right to the teeth of the defense.
David Treadwell hits the extra point, and that's 13-7. Dallas leading by 6.
Go inside the locker room and behind the scenes. Inside access you can't get anywhere else. It's the home for all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
You look like you're about to show off your team pride by stapling Reggie Bush to your wall.
Watch out.
But did you know there's a better way to put your passion on display without ruining Reggie's life? Not to mention the Saints' chances this season. You can get a Fathead. A Fathead is a life-size wall graphic that won't damage your walls. I can't say the same for you, real-life Spider-Man. And there are over 500 Fatheads to choose from.
I bought my daughter and husband each a Fathead. Then I figured, what the heck? I'll get myself one too.
A Fathead transforms any room of the house.
Yeah!
And Fatheads are so durable, you can put them up and take them down as much as you want.
I use mine for protection.
Whatever your passion, there's a Fathead for every fan. Bigger gifts are better gifts. Go to fathead.com now and get a gift that will make their holiday.
Next week, a special double feature of NFL Network's Thursday night and Saturday night football. They are renowned surgeons. Every time they operate, they work against impossible odds to give their teams a fighting chance.
Touchdown!
QB. Manning's Colts battle the Jags. Romo's Cowboys take on the Ravens. When all you want is football, there's a place that has it all. NFL Network's Thursday night football. Colts, Jaguars, and a special Saturday telecast. Ravens, Cowboys.
Get big arms, a ripped chest, and cut abs with the Perfect Push-Up. Now with free shipping. The Perfect Push-Up works with the natural rotation of your arms and shoulders to maximize results and minimize stress on your body. With the Perfect Push-Up, your hands, arms, and shoulders rotate 90 degrees, just like in a punch. All the energy of the push-up is captured and transmitted right where you want it, to the muscles. There's no wasted effort, just muscle-building movement. And as your arms rotate, you feel it work in your biceps, your triceps, your chest and abs, and your shoulders. Invented by a U.S. Navy SEAL and made with steel and a ball-bearing movement, it's the push-up perfected. So here's the deal. The Perfect Push-Up is only 2 payments of $19.95. When you order, you'll receive 2 Perfect Push-Up rotational handles, and you'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired Perfect Push-Up workout chart. Call right now and you get free shipping. Get big fast. Call now for the Perfect Push-Up.
Here's Jared Bunch right here. Here's the hole they want to run to. Here's Robert Jones here. Watch the block that Bart Oates, the center, gets on Jones, number 55. Right there, boom! He knocks him back out of the end zone, and that's what got Jared Bunch the touchdown. Now that's what a guy like Bart Oates does, 9 years. Not the biggest guy, not the strongest guy, but you need a block in the goal line. You knew how to get away. He knew how to find 55, who was standing right in the hole, and then put him in the end zone.
Daloiso set to kick it off. The ball is blown off the tee one time, but this time he nails it. Out of the end zone, into the stands. Right now, let's send you down to Leslie Visser.
Pat, Emmitt Smith is ready to go back into the game. According to the team doctor, Dr. Robert Vandermeer, he has sprained his right shoulder. It's the AC joint, which is between the collarbone and the shoulder blade. Dr. Vandermeer said it needs ice and rest, but he'll have to get that after the game, Pat.
And Emmitt Smith is in the game. 19 carries, 109 yards. He bruised his shoulder on his longest run. And now he's back. Smith gets his first carry in the second half and gets good yardage. Emmitt Smith swung out of bounds. Picks up a Dallas first down, a gain of 12. Greg Jackson threw him out of bounds.
Okay, there was a heck of a block by Eric Williams. He's a big right tackle who's going to be in the Pro Bowl. Here he is here. Watch him block Lawrence Taylor, and then the ball is going to come around that end. Taylor has position. Williams gets position. Takes him back enough that Emmitt Smith can get around that corner.
Doesn't take much of a block for Emmitt. Healthy or otherwise. He gets another carry. Smith hammered. After a pickup of about 5, he's holding his arm.
Yeah, you talk about guys getting paid a lot of money to play and overpaid, underpaid, or whatever. But this guy can do it all. I mean, he can run, he can block. You look what he's done today, 7 times to the left, 10 in the middle, 4 to the right. But this guy is also a tough guy.
He's been replaced by Lincoln Coleman for the moment. 2nd and 5. Fake is to Coleman. Aikman throws it to Coleman. Might have gotten a yard. Stopped by Miller and Bailey.
It's a little different when Emmitt Smith isn't in there. You know, the umpire, Pat, is the guy that lines up behind the defensive line. And Troy Aikman threw that one right at the umpire. Here's the umpire right here. The back Coleman comes out and gets right in front of the umpire. And the umpire has to dodge the ball. Watch Coleman coming here. And now he's going to come back there. And he just ducked right in time, or he would have caught one in the ear.
He almost ducked into it. 3rd down. Aikman to throw it. Batted away. He was looking at Darrell Johnson. Keith Hamilton got a hand up.
Keith Hamilton was saying yesterday that he takes responsibilities for slants. If there's going to be a slant to his side, he wants to get in the lane to take away the slant. The slant passes the outside receiver coming to the inside. So you see him coming, you get a push on the guy who's blocking you, then you get your hands up. And that hand up takes away the slant lane of the quarterback.
John Jett back to punt for Dallas. Not a good kick. Meggett's going to let it bounce. The Cowboys down it. The Giants will take over at their own 31. Penalty marker down back at the line of scrimmage.
And I think it's against the Cowboys. I think with that punt, it was only 29 yards. I think the Giants will turn this one down. They want the ball there.
An eligible receiver downfield on the kick, number 58, kicking team. Penalties declined. First down.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams, and I'm so proud to be a part of this incredible offer. In a historic run for office, Barack Obama has become the 44th President of the United States. For the first time ever, we have just announced the release of 4 magnificent uncirculated coins honoring Barack Obama's election. The first coin in the set is an uncirculated George Washington dollar from the U.S. Mint, detailed with President Obama's lifelike image alongside our first president. On the reverse, there's a beautifully detailed image of our most famous American landmark, the Statue of Liberty. This coin by itself originally issued to sell for $29.95, and in order to honor this historic occasion, you can now get it for only $19.95. But call now and you'll also receive this special edition John F. Kennedy half dollar, entitled Time for a Change. This inspiring coin is also intricately designed with the images of President Obama and President Kennedy on the face. Plus, no commemorative coin set of this historic occasion would be complete without including the official U.S. Mint's Illinois State Quarter, which is engraved with the words, Man of Hope. Call now and you will also receive the recently released Hawaii State quarter with President Obama's lifelike image. Each coin comes complete with an official certificate of authenticity. Through this exclusive television offer, you can get the entire President Barack Obama commemorative coin set for only $19.95. Because of strong demand and limited release, this amazing collection may not last through Inauguration Day, so you need to act quickly to secure your order. Don't miss this unique opportunity to own your piece of American history and get this incredible 4-coin President Barack Obama commemorative coin set for the exclusive price of just $19.95. Don't wait because supplies are limited.
To take advantage of this historic limited time offer, call 1-800-821-4405. That's 1-800-821-4405. Or visit us online at uscoinnetwork.com. The Barack Obama presidential coin set is not available in stores. Order now.
Find out who will win and why as key matchups are broken down each week with expert X's and O's analysis of the same game film used by coaches and players.
Power running.
Go all the way for a touchdown. Break down the AFC on Friday.
They're either going to run to the perimeter.
While Saturday, analyze the NFC.
Talk about the Minnesota Vikings defense.
From the war room to the huddle. Go under the helmet with exclusive access you can't get anywhere else. Playbook Friday and Saturday, only on NFL Network.
There's only one NFL, and you're watching.
Back at Giants Stadium. Pat Summerall with John Madden. The Cowboys 13, the Giants 7. 5.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
I think Lawrence Taylor was explaining to Earl Leggett how Eric Williams got into him and how Emmitt Smith got around him on that play. Lawrence was probably saying, hey, there should be someone outside me, and Earl was probably saying you shouldn't let that big tackle hook you.
To Hampton. Hampton moves a pile of Cowboys up to about the 38.
I don't know what happened at halftime. I don't know about talks or anything, but I'll tell you one thing. He's taking it in there a lot harder and a lot tougher this half than he did the first half. And that blocking is a lot better by the offensive line. And again, sometimes you have to have the fullback to that. I mean, that was Jared Bunch there. You get the line and the fullback like you do with the Cowboys. The line and the fullback controlled the first half for them.
2nd and 6. Hampton fumble. No, that's his helmet. I thought it was a ball loose.
No, that's the good news when you can pick up the helmet and the head's not in there.
Jared Bunch's helmet.
They are hitting. I mean, this second half, this is a different half than the first half. I mean, watch Roberts pull. Again, it's that trap. He gets right in there behind Roberts and just drives and drives and drives. It was Jared Bunch's helmet that came flying out of there.
There's Emmitt Smith behind Mark Tooney. They're going to measure this for a first down. And the Giants have it.
I'll tell you one thing. I mean, this second half, this Giant team is much, much more aggressive than they were in the first half. And, you know, there's no rule that just says that the only guys that can be aggressive are defensive guys and special teams guys. Offensive guys can be aggressive too, and the Giants are showing it this second half.
1st and 10 Giants at their own 42. Sam Callaway. Another first down. All the way to the Cowboy 45. Kevin Smith in the wrestling match with Callaway.
There's Chris Callaway to the outside, and again, you're going to see him now. This is what they have to do. After they catch passes, they have to think of running with the ball, get up the field, make first downs, make touchdowns, make them, miss tackles, do those things. Don't just sit there and get tackled.
Make some plays.
Remember the last time down in Dallas, Callaway broke away. He was way in the open field, and he turned back and waited for the tacklers to come and get him. He still doesn't know what he did on that play or why he did on that play.
1st and 10, Giants. This is Hampton. Hampton at the line of scrimmage, maybe lunged for a yard. Dallas leading 13-7 at Giant Stadium. That's a big game. Detroit, Green Bay. This is a big game. The Giants, Dallas. The winner of this game gets a week off. 2nd and 10. Sims is hit. Ball bounced out of bounds. Jim Jeffcoat hit Phil Sims just as he loaded.
Jim Jeffcoat comes from this backside. I don't think Phil Sims, obviously he doesn't see him. He doesn't even feel him. I mean, he hit him right between the ones. Watch this now. Is his arm going forward? If his arm is going forward, it's an incomplete pass, and his arm was going forward.
Eventually, he did feel him.
But Jim Jeffcoat took an inside move on Jumbo Elliott, beat him to the inside, and put his helmet right in Phil Sims's back just as he was throwing the ball.
The discussion here.
The pass was ruled backward.
It was a lateral.
Out of bounds. It's 3rd down at the out of bounds spot.
Pass ruled backwards, making it a lateral. Let's see.
But they're saying Jeffcoat is coming from behind, and yeah, the ball is a lateral.
Yep.
See, it didn't go forward. The ball went backwards. So now it's the last one that has control of it. That was Phil Sims because the ball went out of bounds. So the Giants get the ball again where the ball went out of bounds.
So that makes it 3rd and 13.
Jim Jeffcoat hit him so hard he made a lateral out of a forward pass.
Megan in motion. And Sims, this is planned. The stroll to the left. And Sims going deep has Howard Cross. Cross has it. Rodney Hampton. Sorry, I saw the 7. It's Hampton.
What a play that was. It's the old throwback. It's the roll left. They had Dave Meggett block. They have Dave Meggett come out and block. Watch it. Meggett is going to come and block here. Sims is going to roll to this side. Hampton gets down to this side. Watch as it come out here. Here's Meggett. Boom, right there. You see the double team there? He makes the block that lets Sims get out. Now Sims gets out. Then look at this backside there where Hampton's going. He's wide open. The old roll left, throw back to the halfback. But Dave Meggett made that block on Jim Jeffcoat.
Charles Haley in the game to try to put pressure on Sims, who had a man open in the end zone. It was Mark Jackson and Sims a little too far.
I'll tell you, they're going after him now. You know, Dan Reeves, one thing, he always has gadget plays in there. And that was one of them. Dave Meggett is a slot, comes in motion, double teams a defensive end. Phil Sims sprints or rolls out to the left, throws back to Rodney Hampton way across the field to the right. That's what you call a gadget.
A gadget that worked.
Lawrence Taylor saying, let me have one more big game.
2nd and 10. Sims. This is Howard Cross. At about the 12.
Howard Cross is starting to be more of a pass receiver on this Giant team, and Dan Reeves said next year he's going to be even more of a pass receiver. Here he is on the left side of the screen, just working against the zone. He just goes up, does a little out. Just as he makes that out move, Phil Sims hits him. But again, the offensive line pad of the Giants have taken control this second half.
3rd and 3 at the 12. Jackson in motion and Sims to throw. Does throw to Meggett. Jackson, who never saw it coming. Jackson never looked back, and the ball was there.
Phil Sims had to throw it at that time. Watch Sims, it's going to be a slant. He's looking at Jackson. He throws it. It's thrown perfectly. It just looked like it hit him right in the shoulder pad.
He just didn't pick it up coming at him. Treadwell will try for the field goal. He's 23 out of 29. He is good.
Go inside the locker room and behind the scenes. Inside access you can't get anywhere else. It's the home for all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
I'm pro quarterback David Garrard, and I have Crohn's disease. When I was drafted, I felt my possibilities were wide open. Then I got hit by the opponent I never saw coming, Crohn's disease. Continuous flares and a lack of control put my career, health, and dreams in jeopardy. But I knew that my doctors would help me make the right treatment decisions. Now I'm in control, and I can see all the possibilities. To learn more, go to livingwithcrohnsdisease.com. You too should see all of your possibilities.
The world is a noisy place, but you can relax in your own peaceful sanctuary with Bose Quiet Comfort 2 acoustic noise-canceling headphones. Quiet Comfort headphones deliver an unmatched combination of noise reduction, audio performance, and comfortable fit. Owners tell us how musical nuances come through in almost any environment. QC2 headphones offer the lifelike audio performance you'd expect from Bose. These comfortable headphones electronically identify and reduce noise while faithfully preserving music or tranquility. Travel and Leisure Golf says these headphones allow you to forget the world outside. Now you can enjoy a 90-day risk-free trial available only for Quiet Comfort headphones. Ask about making 12 easy payments with no interest charges from Bose. Order now and receive free shipping. Call today and leave the noise behind.
Log on to NFL.com Field Pass.
Unbelievable catch!
Listen to NFL games live online in real-time audio.
This place is shocked!
Access archive games and follow your home team broadcast live. Now you can also launch Field Pass from NFL.com's Game Center and listen to the game while you get live stats.
There he goes again! How does he do it?
Don't miss a single play. Sign up now at NFL.com Field Pass.
What you missed this week on NFL Game Day Morning.
Can he get them to the playoffs? That's what I want to see.
This ball club here is a team in every sense of the word.
NFL Game Day Morning, Sunday at 9 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Here's Mark Jackson here on that last third down pass. And it looks like a perfect pass by Sims. Jackson just wasn't ready for it, just dropped the ball. Looked like he spun, and by the time he caught it, his eyes caught it, he wasn't ready to catch it.
Daloiso has the ball blow off the tee. He's back up to place it again. The last kickoff by Daloiso almost went into the stands behind the end zone.
That reminded me of one of John Daly's drives. In fact, that's what Dan Reeves says, that Brad Daloiso kicks a ball off the way John Daly hits a driver. John Daly never has to have anyone hold the ball, though, when he hits a driver.
No.
The last time Daloiso kicked off, he went 79 yards.
This one is deep as well. Over and out of the end zone again. Let's check on Emmitt Smith now, and the Cowboys come back, and Emmitt Smith is coming back. 13-10, Dallas leading.
I think they probably just have someone who's going to keep an eye on Emmitt Smith. I think if Emmitt Smith is the type of guy, if you ask him, how are you, he's going to say, I'm okay. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. Can you go? Yeah, I can go. And because he is that kind of guy, someone else has to watch out for him.
I want to be in the
go. You got to get him out.
I want to be in the game. He's going to tell you every time. Aikman. Novacek. Couple of yards. That's all. Corey Raymond. Good defensive play by the Giants.
You know, there comes like 3 points. I think one is you have a healthy Emmitt Smith, and then you got to worry about him. You have an Emmitt Smith who's not healthy. He can be a decoy. You still have to worry about him because you don't know if he's going to come alive. Then if you get to a point where you know he can't do it anymore, then he can become a detriment to your team. I think they're at the second level right now.
The handoff is to Emmitt Smith. He gets outside the 25 to about the 27 before he's tripped up by Michael Brooks. One more play, perhaps, in the third quarter.
You haven't heard Michael Brooks' name a lot. You know, he's the inside linebacker, who's really been the defensive leader of this Giant team this year. Been injured, just coming off a foot injury, but One thing he can do is attack the line of scrimmage, and it's tough to run inside when he's there.
That is the end of the third quarter.
You look like you're about to show off your team pride by stapling Reggie Bush to your wall.
Watch out.
But did you know there's a better way to put your passion on display without ruining Reggie's life? Not to mention the Saints' chances this season. You can get a fathead. A fathead is a life-size wall graphic that won't damage your walls. I can't say the same for you, real-life Spider-Man. And there are over 500 fatheads to choose from.
I bought my daughter and husband each a fathead. Then I figured, what the heck? I'll get myself one too.
A fathead transforms any room of the house.
Yeah!
And fatheads are so durable, you can put them up and take them down as much as you want.
I use mine for protection.
Whatever your passion, there's a fathead for every fan. Bigger gifts are better gifts. Go to fathead.com now and get a gift that will make their holiday.
Hey! You want some sound bites? Yeah. Waiting for a snazzy sound bite? Sound bite.
Everybody ready?
Sweat. Got your popcorn ready. Hey, you vicious jerk. He can't do that.
Fresh sounds.
Yeah.
Classic hits.
Y'all want to get me on camera saying something so my coach get mad at me. Are you out of here, man?
The sounds of the game on Livewire. Tomorrow at 9 Eastern. Only on NFL Network.
Now, get huge biceps and massive shoulders. Get the V-cut. A small-looking waist and a big upper body with the perfect pull-up. From the U.S. Navy SEAL inventor of the perfect push-up, the perfect pull-up changes the pull-up bar into a complete upper body machine with 2 design advances. The perfect pull-up's handles rotate with the natural movement of your arms and shoulders. And the perfect pull-up is the first pull-up bar with an adjustable swing arm. Start with a bicep-burning standing row. Rip your shoulders and back with an Australian pull-up. Electrify your arms and upper body with rotational pull-ups. It's 3 exercises in one invention. It changes the game and gets you results. So here's the deal. Try the perfect pull-up for 30 days for only the cost of shipping and handling. You pay only $14.95. When you order, you'll receive the perfect pull-up adjustable bar and 2 rotating handles. You'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired workout chart. And when you call, ask about the perfect pull-up ab straps for an off-the-floor ab workout the way the pros do it. Get ripped by the perfect pull-up.
The Giants have been pretty well in control of the second half. As you look at Russell Maryland, obviously he won't be back in the contest. Sprained his ankle. That's all the information we've been able to get. But he will not be back.
You know, these fans here at the Meadowlands, they understand defense. They've known Giants for years and Giant defense, and look at them get excited now when that Giant defense is out there.
On third down, Emmitt Smith will have it. Emmitt's hurting. You can tell that, but he's still very effective.
Yeah, he doesn't have the upper body. He's having a tough time playing with his upper body because of that shoulder injury, but he still has that power down below. I mean, this is a guy that can make moves and do all things, but it all starts here. You talk about power. Watch this guy. Watch big Kevin Gogan. They start off on a double team. He just knocks this guy in his back.
Aikman intended for Irvin. The only thing you can say about that is it was not thrown very well.
But how about that block of Gogan?
Oh,
I mean, that's, you know, when you get a guard, when you get 2 guards, I mean, that's one thing about the Cowboys. They have big old guards, Nate Newton on one side, Gogan on the other side. They weigh about 330, 340 pounds. And then you put those big tackles like Eric Williams, they weigh, you know, he weighs about 330 pounds. And hey, it's tough to go around him, and you know darn well you can't go through him.
Second down. Aikman by Keith Hamilton.
And that's where Emmitt Smith hurt him. Pat, we were talking about a guy can help you, a guy can be a decoy, but they expected him to block. Watch Emmitt Smith here. They expect to block out there, and it's just too tough. I mean, they ought to switch and let the fullback do it. You see, he's trying to block right there on Hamilton. He couldn't do it, and Hamilton came up with a sack.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 16. 13:58 left to play. Aikman to throw it. Flag on the play. The pass is incomplete. He was juggling as he went down, Kevin Williams, but there's a penalty marker down.
You know, and Michael Irvin is in there doing the talking. I don't think he's caught a ball in this second half.
Illegal contact foul on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Automatic first down is the key.
You see the throw out here, and we say that they had contact, I guess, before the ball got there. That part of it looked okay. I mean, I think the guy has to be able to go for the ball if that's what they called.
What didn't look okay was those 2 Dallas receivers so close together like that.
Yeah, anytime you see 2 receivers that close together, there's a mistake in the pass pattern, but I'm not sure exactly who they called that on because they didn't say, but that looked like a pretty clean end of the play.
On first down, it's Emmitt Smith who broke 1 tackle, chased, and he gets out of bounds at the 40. You know, someone was talking to us the other day, John, about the fact that Emmitt Smith uses his right arm more effectively than any runner they've ever seen. And that's a big handicap to him not to be able to do that.
Yeah, that off arm. You know, he puts the ball in one hand like he carries the ball in his left hand. Then he uses that right arm, that right hand, just to knock tacklers off better than anyone. But, you know, you think of him, he's short, but he is so darn strong. I mean, in his upper body and his lower body, I mean, he is a strong, powerful man.
Aikman is hit by Taylor. Also there, Mike Fox. That's the 4th sack by the Giants.
Watch Taylor here. He doesn't always come to the outside. He also likes to stunt. Watch him. Fox starts to the outside. Taylor starts to the outside. He just runs right over Mark Tuinei. I'll tell you, that is power. You know, you think he may not be as quick as he used to. He may not be as strong as he used to. But on that play, he just took Mark Tuinei and put him right in the backfield and got the sack.
3rd and 12 and a Dallas timeout. They'll have 2 left.
This is a football game.
Oh, boy.
We got it here.
Next week, a special double feature of NFL Network's Thursday night and Saturday night football. They are renowned surgeons. Every time they operate, they work against impossible odds to give their teams a fighting chance.
Touchdown!
QB. Manning's Colts battle the Jags. Romo's Cowboys take on the Ravens. When all you want is football, there's a place that has it all. NFL Network's Thursday night football. Colts, Jaguars, and a special Saturday telecast. Ravens, Cowboys.
StubHub!
Great moments don't just happen here. They happen with you, in the crowd. Go to StubHub.com and buy the tickets you want, even if the event is sold out. Or sell your tickets on StubHub and share an experience that will live on. For that next great moment, go to StubHub.com. Our Fan Protect guarantee ensures your tickets are authentic and on time, every time. Great moments start at StubHub.
Hey, baby, it's me. Gotta work late tonight. Don't wait up.
Rule number 99. Stay on the mind.
99, the new men's fragrance from Rockaware. Available at fine department stores.
Test number 4387. Colts wide receiver Reggie Wayne, Reebok Hex Ride shoes.
We're ready for you, Reggie.
When only the best will do. Use Cajun Injector marinades and seasonings to pump up the flavor and shake on the taste. America's #1 injectable marinade. Original Cajun Injector, the star of your holiday table.
In this house, we're all about tradition.
I wouldn't change one thing about this house.
Can we keep it?
Oh, I think so.
The Samsung Series 7 Plasma with a touch of color finish. When beautiful design is the name of the game, imagination lives.
I'm John Gruden, and you're watching NFL Network.
And the crowd begins to chant defense. As John Madden said a minute ago, they appreciate defense. Here is Aikman back to throw. He gets it outside to Darrell Johnston. Johnston is stopped short of the first down. Clock will continue to run. Jesse Armstead and Meyer and Guyton over to make the stop.
But Lawrence Taylor on that play before made a big play. Then on this play, watch him here, Pat. He's going to come all the way in around here and get the pressure on Aikman back here. Watch him. He starts on that outside. Now you see him come to the inside, find the hole right there. See, and he made Aikman throw it before he wanted to.
This crowd and this game have revitalized number 56.
You know, you always say, do you have one more in you? Maybe he's been saving that one more for this last quarter because he's made a couple of big plays there.
The Giants have just taken their second timeout, so they only have one left.
Let's watch Lawrence Taylor again, starting here in the outside, faking 2-and-A, making him take that block, then coming right up the middle. Aikman could see him because he was coming right in his face. You know, this may or may not be his last year, but think of all the Giant games over the years that we've done, Pat, and I don't know that in my life that I've ever seen a more exciting defensive player than Lawrence Taylor.
When he was at his best, you had to make it your business to know where he was at all times.
You know, you could go on a practice field or something, you wouldn't have to say which one's Taylor.
Right.
You just walked out there, you could feel him.
Jet back to punt. Meggett standing back for the Giants at the 11. Jet's kick is a good one.
Taylor almost blocked it.
Yep. Meggett handled at about the 8, and he's cut down at the 11 by Brock Marion. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line for the Giants. They trail by 3. Hampton and Bunch behind Sims. Hampton. Hit by Norton.
You remember they were taking Lawrence Taylor out, resting him a quarter here and there. Now he's not only rested in this game, Pat, but he's also on special teams. Watch him on that last punt. He almost blocked that thing. I mean, this play here, watch him, he comes to the outside, then he comes to the inside, and Jet just gets it off before he gets there.
Yeah, he's almost
Taylor blocked that.
He's almost the only guy rushing, and he almost blocked it. 2nd and 6. Intended for Pierce. Incomplete. He just dropped it.
Hey, Phil Simms is doing his part. Remember earlier, Pierce had that one, caught it, then he fumbled it. Now he throws a perfect pass to Pierce here. He dropped it. Earlier we saw that he threw a perfect pass to Mark Jackson, and he dropped it. Those drops are killing the Giants today.
8 out of 14 Sims in the second half, 2 of 5 in the first. No interceptions. 3rd and 6. Jumped offside.
Charles Haley, that's what you get for not practicing. You know, he's had that bad back.
Number 94, defense, unabated toward the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
See, what they do is they usually, if the guys come, here's Charles Haley here. Usually if the defense jumps, they let the play go, and the offense has a free play. But if the guy goes unabated, that's a new word, unabated, that's kind of too big a word. That's like mayonnaise. I mean, that's the biggest word I know. But unabated, I guess, means if he goes unblocked, he's going to get a free shot at the quarterback. Then you blow the whistle, and that's what Jerry Markbreit, the referee, did.
Somehow I wouldn't associate unabated with mayonnaise, but it's a big word.
It's just a big word.
Yeah. Here's Sims. To Howard Cross. Cross has a giant first down out to almost the 35. James Washington and Darren Smith made the stop.
I'll tell you, this second half, Pat, these Giants are attacking. You know, instead of running a third down play and just running in there and maybe have to punt, they're going after it. I mean, they're coming back. Good pass protection. Boom, set up. Sims is crisp. He's sharp. He just zips that ball in there to Howard Cross. Hey, Phil Sims is throwing almost perfectly today.
It's almost like they can feel it. The lead coming in their direction, and the flags go down everywhere.
And that's going to be on Aaron Pierce again. Although one man can be in motion.
Start. Number 61, offense. Prior to the snap, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Aaron Pierce was the guy in motion, which was legal. The penalty was called on Bob Cratch. Sometimes you have double signals. You have a signal to start your motion, and then once in a while the guards will jump off when you're trying to start your motion.
1st and 15 now. Here's Sims. And Sims is in the arms of Jim Jeffcoat. 13-10. Third Dallas sacked.
Anytime Sims has had time, he's been very effective. And the only time that he's really had problems is when they didn't get the protection. And most of the problem is coming from that left side. And it's been Jim Jeffcoat usually taking an inside move on Jumbo Elliott.
Second down. They need 21. And Sims will try. Sims again is down.
That was Jeffcoat again on Jumbo Elliott again. Elliott's back is just too bad. I mean, he just can't do it because Jeffcoat is just taking him. Watch, here's Jeffcoat. Here's Elliott here. He's just taking him and pushing him right into the backfield. Jim Jeffcoat's having a big game for the Cowboys here at the end. But see, Elliott has no power. And when he gets there, he just gets taken back. And Jeffcoat, gets that good quick rush, gets him stood up, and then just pushes him right into the quarterback.
Jeffcoat's a guy who's been at it a long time and still getting it done. 3rd and 25. Here is Sims. And now whistles blow. And a flag on the play. I'm not sure why yet.
And then another flag came in late, Pat.
Delay of game. Offense.
Too much
5-yard
time.
penalty. Third down.
This giant comeback, if you go back to turnovers and how important they are, began when that ball bounced off Kevin Williams. And the Giants recovered after the Cowboys had blocked a punt. Third down. Sims with all kinds of time fires it back to Meggett. Meggett gets back to the 35, tripped up there by Kevin Smith.
That was a heck of a play by Dave Meggett, though, Pat, even though it wasn't a first down. They had so far to go, but that was the same play where Meggett would come in and block the defensive end, and Sims was going to try and get outside the same play he had Hampton on. That time he blocked, then he saw Sims in trouble. He released, and Sims threw him the ball.
9:05 left to play. Horan back to punt it. Had one partially blocked earlier. Kevin Williams back deep for Dallas. good kick by Horan. Williams handles this one. Ducks to the ground at the 35.
Personalize your holiday shopping with Skinit.com. It's the perfect gift for the #1 sports fan on your shopping list. Go to Skinit.com today. Create customized holiday gifts online. Anything you can imagine to personalize your device. Laptops, cell phones, MP3 players, gaming devices, any device, anytime. Or get a Skinit pin card so they can pick their own design. Choose from sports, entertainment, fashion, and more.
To get free shipping, use promo code OFFER05. Go to skinit.com/offer05 today.
You look like you're about to show off your team pride by stapling Reggie Bush to your wall.
Watch out.
But did you know there's a better way to put your passion on display without ruining Reggie's life? Not to mention the Saints' chances this season. You can get a fathead. A fathead is a life-size wall graphic that won't damage your walls. I can't say the same for you, real-life Spider-Man. And there are over 500 fatheads to choose from.
I bought my daughter and husband each a fathead. Then I figured, what the heck? I'll get myself one too.
A fathead transforms any room of the house.
Yeah!
And fatheads are so durable you can put them up and take them down as much as you want.
I use mine for protection.
Whatever your passion, there's a fathead for every fan. Bigger gifts are better gifts. Go to fathead.com now and get a gift that will make their holiday.
On the next episode of Thursday Night Football, Peyton Manning leads the Colts south to take on the Jaguars. When all you want is football, there's a place that has it all. NFL Network's Thursday Night Football. Colts Jaguars, Thursday night at 8.
I'm Andy Reid, and you're watching NFL Network.
Well, you can't turn it up much more than they've turned it up here. Cowboys 13, the Giants 10, but the playoffs start next week.
And, you know, you're talking about guys playing hurt. Guys are really playing hurt today. You see Jumbo Elliott there trying to get his back loosened up. Emmitt Smith in there with one shoulder.
That's Smith, the ball carrier, stopped by Michael Brooks. Another guy playing hurt.
Yeah, one of the things that they're really playing for this week is a week off. There's a team that wins not only has the home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but doesn't have to play next week. The team that loses is going to play at home against the Minnesota Vikings, but they play it next Sunday.
2nd and 7. Michael Irvin has not caught a pass here in the second half. Aikman to throw it. Gets it to Michael Irvin. That'll be enough for a Dallas first down at the 48.
You know, one way you get away from that too-deep zone is run crossing patterns, and that's what they did to Michael Irvin there.
1st and 10, Dallas. The handoff is to Emmitt Smith, and he hammers into Giant territory. Carlton Bailey made the stop.
Yeah, there's a certain intensity. You know, you talk about, you know, turning it up, and I think you have a level that they play in preseason, a level before Thanksgiving, a level after Thanksgiving, and a playoff level. Today, I think we're getting NFL playoff level football.
Emmitt Smith, 26 carries, 151 yards. Second half with a bad shoulder. Williams in motion, and Aikman to throw it. Outside to Smith. Behind the line by Mark Collins.
There's a guy that had a heck of a year. You know, you talk about Pro Bowl players and guys that didn't make the Pro Bowl. The Giants defense had an outstanding year, and probably the guy that had the best year of that defense is Mark Collins. he didn't make the Pro Bowl, and he and a lot of his teammates thought that he should have, because he's not only a good cover guy, he's a good tackler.
Here comes Emmitt Smith. Out again.
That's Michael Irvin on this play.
Hello.
Always have to know where that linebacker is.
3rd and 11. Aikman pump fake. Aikman chased. Throws into for Harper. And the Cowboys will have to punt.
He was trying to get the ball deep to Michael Irvin, and Myron Guyton and Greg Jackson had him double teamed, and he couldn't do it, so he had to come off it. You see Irvin here? You see he's running to the outside. Irvin was back on this left side. That's Harper there that they threw the ball to.
Here's Jet. Back to punt, and Meggett back deep. Giants are coming after it and don't get there. High kick by Jet. Meggett gets away from it. It takes a little giant hop. Another giant hop, and the Cowboys down it. .5:35 left to play. Dallas has 2 timeouts left. The Giants only have 1. 13-10 Cowboys. Today's game was produced by Bob Stinner and directed by Sandy Grossman. The coordinating producer of the NFL today is Eric Mann, directed by Larry Cavallina. Senior producer of the NFL on CBS is Ed Doran, and the executive in charge of production is Rick Gentile. 1st and 10 Giants. The ball's at their 17. They trail by a field goal, and Sims back to throw it. Got him.
You know, it's interesting that Chris Callaway, I think, has become Phil Simms' favorite target. He may have lost a little confidence in some of his other guys, but it looks like when he really needs something now today, the guy that he's going to is Callaway.
He has 5 catches for 42 yards. 2nd and 1. Hampton behind Sims. Hampton gets the handoff and gets the first down to the 30. 77,430 in attendance today, the biggest crowd ever.
I heard that they were outside today. They were climbing the fences trying to get in here. They were trying to sneak in, come in the back door, back gates, over the gate, anywhere. Don't see any empty seats, and no one here is going to leave this one early either.
1st and 10. Mark Jackson has no catches in this half. Sims again to Hampton. Hampton whirls out to the 35. Stopped by Ken Norton.
Rodney Hampton's running like a Pro Bowler now in this second half. He's not even worried about those blockers. You know, they have the traps and the guys coming across and stuff, and he's just taking that ball and just slamming it right up in there.
2nd and 5. Giants in a hurry. 4:12 left to play. Dallas ahead by a field goal. Hampton nudges ahead again. Tony Tolbert. The Giant Pro Bowl selections: Sims, Elliott, Oates. Jumbo Elliott's been playing with a bad back for about the last 2 months. Clock running now. Lawrence Taylor. He's brought it back to the old level today.
It's fun seeing him play that way.
3rd and 1. Hampton is the runner. And he gets the carry. And he gets the first down. With Casillas draped around him, they'll move the sticks.
You know, sometimes you see a guy that's just not going to be denied. And that's Rodney Hampton. I mean, watch him take the ball here and just run in there. He's just not going to be denied. I mean, if you have blocking good, there's pretty good blocking. They pick off Norton there. They just give him a little crease. But Rodney Hampton was not going to be stopped before he got that first down.
1st and 10 Giants at their own 43. Hampton is again behind Sims. And Sims will throw this time. He Callaway wide open, and Callaway gets to the Dallas 40.
You know, with a score 13-10, we know that this is a regular season game, so there's just one period of overtime, and there's just one little thing here that no one's talked about. If this game ends in a tie, the Cowboys win. See, and that's where, you know, they say the Giants didn't lose anything last week, losing to the Cardinals. That's what they lost. They have to win. They cannot tie. The Cowboys can tie.
If there is a tie, as you said, the Cowboys are the champion. This is Hampton to the 35. Hammering on first down over his left side. Darren Smith came up to make the stop.
This is football. Listen to this crowd. They're all standing up. Woo!
Love rocks this December at Zales. Now for a limited time, take an extra 15% off already reduced prices on select items throughout the store. It's just in time for the holidays and only at Zales, America's diamond store since 1924.
Wait, what's the matter with you? This was your first video game system, remember? Your greatest holiday memory ever. Don't you remember staying up all night? Getting 148,000? Dumb centipede. This is the best gift
ever.
Make this December the one to remember with some of the best values of the year, now through January 5th.
This Tuesday on Blu-ray High Def. Own the film Roger Ebert calls the best in the Mummy series.
You guys are like mummy magnets!
With perfect picture and perfect sound.
I really hate mummies!
The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor on Blu-ray High Def this Tuesday.
Find out who will win and why, as key matchups are broken down each week with expert X's and O's analysis of the same game film used by coaches and players.
By power running.
Go all the way for a touchdown.
Break down the AFC on Friday.
They're either going to run to the perimeter,
while Saturday, analyze the NFC.
Talk about the Minnesota Vikings defense.
From the war room to the huddle. Go under the helmet with exclusive access you can't get anywhere else. Playbook Friday and Saturday, only on NFL Network.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass for only $189 or just 4 payments of $47.25 each. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live on channel 751 through 768. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories. Get NBA League Pass from DirecTV now for just $189 or 4 payments of $47.25 each. To order, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com.
Hello, DirecTV has asked me to offer you an insider's look at many of the films on DirecTV pay-per-view. I'll share my insights about the story, the actors, well, about everything. Here's a look at some of the films I'll be reviewing for you this month.
I'm working on something big.
Yeah, I can fly.
Are you telling me another one of your Bioforce experiments has gone haywire?
Indiana Jones.
This is incredible.
Don't stop watching or I'll tell your wife.
Back at Giants Stadium, Pat Summerall with John Madden, 2 minutes left to go. Dallas leading 13-10. The Giants and Cowboys both only have 1 timeout left. Dan Reeves, no matter what happens, what a job he's done.
Yeah, he and his staff this entire year coming in. George Young, the general manager. I mean, the job they have done of changing this team around has been outstanding.
2nd and 5. That's Pierce in motion. This is Rodney Hampton. Behind Hampton. Up in at about the 33. Everett and Kevin Smith came up to make the stop.
That was a heck of a job by Thomas Everett, because watch 61 Cratch. He's going to come out here and pull. You see, you get him. He's going to come right there. Boom, he picks off his guy right there. Jared Bunch gets a lead there, but they didn't get Thomas Everett, who was coming in from that backside.
That makes it 3rd and 3. And the handoff is to Hampton, and he's off for a first down. All the way to the Dallas 21. Washington, the safety man, the last man, made the stop.
I don't know what Rodney Hampton did at halftime or what they said to Rodney Hampton, but I'll guarantee you this is a different guy in the second half than was out here in the first half. Watch him hit that trap here. You see the man blocking, the center gets his man, Cratch gets his guy. I'll tell you, they did an outstanding job. They just took those two tackles the way they wanted to go. The center's right out there. Boom, he gets Norton. And a big play and a big hole for Rodney Hampton.
That's Thomas Everett. The injured Cowboy, Rodney Hampton, only had 20-odd yards. Detroit, 30-20 over Green Bay.
Thomas Everett leaving the field. He was the guy that made that tackle. Now again, the Giants have to be thinking here, taking time off the clock. There's a minute 9 seconds. They don't want the Cowboys to get the ball back again. They have to think of scoring a touchdown to win the game. But if they get to a fourth down, they still have to kick the field goal, even though that would give them a tie, because we do have an overtime period, 1 period of overtime.
First down, Giants at the Dallas 23.
Jimmy Johnson didn't expect to be in this position. I don't think Dan Reeves did either. I didn't think either coach thought at the end of the fourth quarter, with a minute left, the score was going to be 13-10.
One timeout left for both teams, a minute 9 on the clock. Hampton again. Down to about the 18. Stopped by Darren Smith, and Rodney Hampton up in a hurry.
You know, the scorekeeper, I think, Pat, was so excited he forgot to start the clock.
Second and 7, the Giants in a hurry. Sims gives to Hampton and stayed on his feet down to inside the 15. Stopped by Leon Lett. 38 seconds left, and Sims, I believe, takes the Giants' last timeout.
Well, you see William Roberts there pulled, and he missed a block, and then Rodney Hampton had to do it on his own. You know, they've had 11 plays in this drive, Pat, and Rodney Hampton has had 9 of them. They said if we're going to win the game on this drive, we're going to do it to Rodney Hampton. Whereas the other 2 plays were those 2 passes to Callaway. And I think that in this situation here, they're going to have to come up with a pass.
They have no timeouts left. Hampton just went over 100 yards on the day. Dallas has 1, the Giants none in the timeout category.
You know, the way they've been running, the way Hampton's been running, they may try and pop something up the middle again. There's number 59, Big Williams, Brian Williams. He made a heck of a block on that last play, big run by Hampton.
3rd and 2. Sims is going to throw it to Pierce. I don't think he got the first down.
They don't have any timeouts. They got to get lined up. They have to get their field goal team on the field.
They have time. Treadwell is already out there. He has made 1 from 29 yards. Down to 15 seconds. Just don't get into too big of a hurry. And now Dallas uses their last timeout.
I think that's an advantage to the Giants, because I never like to run out on the field and kick a field goal without your guys getting set. Not so much for your kicker or your holder, but the guy that has to snap, you know, he wants to dry his hands. The guys that have to block, they kind of get their assignments down. The wings get down what they have to do. And so I think that Dallas taking that timeout, I think, was an advantage to the Giants here.
This will be from 31 yards for that man, David Treadwell, when the timeout is over. We were talking the other day. We haven't had an overtime game in so long. Looks like we've got one if David Treadwell can hit. It looks as if we'll have one.
You know, it's kind of fitting. I mean, you could see this coming.
Yep.
You know, that it was going to come down to the last game between the Giants and the Cowboys and what it all meant. And maybe it should come down to this.
Moran holding for David Treadwell. And Treadwell's kick is good. 13-13. How could a regular season end any better than this?
It couldn't. And this is football. I mean, this is, not one team outmatched. These are two even teams. These are two teams that have played as hard as you can. Two coaches that have coached as hard as you can. Guys that have left everything they had out on the field. One's going to play next week and one's not. When we were talking to Jimmy Johnson last night, he said it would really be tough to lose this game and come back and win next week. He said he doesn't know if he would be able to get his guys up again. And you can see why. I mean,
oh, sure.
Both these teams have left everything they got, and the team that loses, I don't know that you can get it back in a week. See that shot of Phil Simms there, how cool he was?
So emotionally draining when you get yourself to a point like this and then lose. And then do you get back? Can you get back? Physically, maybe. Emotionally, I'm not sure.
But on the other hand, it could be the lift that could lift the winning team right to the Super Bowl. I mean, to play a tough game like this and win this game, that may be the thing that the winning team needs.
Daloiso has the ball blow off the tee just as he arrived.
What would have you ever had that happen as a kicker where it would blow off? Now again, if you don't kick it, there's no kick. But if it starts to blow off and you hit it,
it's a kickoff.
I know. Watch that thing. I mean, just boom. See, before he gets there, so he can pull his leg back. After that happened once, then they have to get a holder up there for him.
Here comes Daloiso. A bouncer by Kevin Williams. He is hit down quickly with 6 seconds left by Lewis Tillman. Neither team with a timeout.
Of course, the clock stops here because of change of possession, so that means there's 6 seconds on the clock. The Cowboys are going to get one more play in regulation. Now, the only thing here we know is they can go for some big play, but the game cannot end, or this period cannot end, on a defensive penalty.
They're just going to run it out and send it into overtime. So let's John Madden take a look at the rules in overtime.
Well, they have a coin toss now. Then there's only going to be one 15-minute period. Now, the teams used their timeouts already, but now they both get 2 more timeouts. And, of course, the first team to score wins the game. Now, if no one scores in that 15-minute period, of course, then the game ends in a tie. Now, if it ends in a tie, the Cowboys win.
The Cowboys would win the NFC East.
Yeah, the Cowboys in this period can play for a tie. The Giants have to play for the win.
Some facts about overtime. The teams that have won the toss have won 47% of the games. The teams that lost the toss, 46%. Let's listen. Jerry Markbright.
This is the head. This is the tail. Visitor will call the toss, call it in the air. Tails is the call. It's heads. The Giants win the toss. You want the football.
I'm surprised at those statistics we just had, that the team that won the toss in overtime doesn't win more often.
Everyone talks about that, but it's about 50-50.
Yep. 13-13, and we're headed for overtime.
Go inside the locker room and behind the scenes. Inside access you can't get anywhere else. It's the home for all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
I'm pro quarterback David Garrard, and I have Crohn's disease. When I was drafted, I felt my possibilities were wide open. Then I got hit by the opponent I never saw coming, Crohn's disease. Continuous flares and a lack of control put my career, health, and dreams in jeopardy. but I knew that my doctors would help me make the right treatment decisions.
Now I'm in control, and I can see all the possibilities.
To learn more, go to livingwithcrohn'sdisease.com. You too should see all of your possibilities.
Listen to live NFL games online in real-time audio and access archive games. And there he goes! Now you can launch Field Pass from NFL.com's Game Center. Wow! Sign up now at NFL.com Field Pass.
Dougie.
Dude, the game.
Nah, I'm registering domain names at GoDaddy.com.
Dude.
Registering domains at GoDaddy is like,
sweet love?
Yes.
Right, like your first kiss?
Yup.
Like rose petals on satin sheets?
Mm-hmm. There.
Oh, okay.
Domain names for less than $1 a month.
With GameFly, you can get 6,000 of the hottest new and classic games delivered right to your door. Gamefly.com. Over 6,000 titles. No late fees. Go online now for your free trial. Product shown rated E through M.
Fathead Tradables. Smaller than big, but bigger than small. Collect over 150 NFL players and helmets. Or just your favorite.
Peel 'em and stick 'em, keep 'em or trade 'em. Buy 'em at fathead.com or your local retailer.
NFL Network presents Thursday Night Football. A heated division showdown ignites. Peyton Manning leads Indy's red-hot attack into battle with Jones-Drew and the rival Jags. The run to the playoffs is on. Colts. Jaguars. When all you want is Thursday Night Football. Next Thursday, live on NFL Network.
The Giant kickers, Deloiso and Treadwell, and the punter, Mike Horan, all have been out warming up.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think what Brad Deloiso is warming up, if it's going to be a long field goal, remember the Phoenix Cardinal game, Deloiso will be the guy to kick it. If it's a regular field goal, it would be David Treadwell. So in that brief overtime, or in that brief timeout there, they were both warming up. Quarterbacks are warming up. Punters, guys are huddling up.
Cameramen are trying to get some reaction or whatever.
You talk about what makes adrenaline flow, and to me, it's always been finality.
The largest crowd at Giant Stadium in the history of this place, and they're all still here. They picked the right contest, didn't they?
Yep, if you're going to come to one, if you're going to climb over a fence and get a hole in your britches getting in, you better get a game like this.
And again, the ball blows off the tee.
We just set an NFL record, Pat, for balls blowing off tees. But these soccer-style guys put them on differently, too. I mean, they got the thing sideways and upside down, and look, they got to get it perfectly and, you know, and tilted, and they got one white shoe, one black shoe, and the old days when you kicked it was a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. If the ball blew off the tee, the coach chewed you out. It wasn't the wind, it was you. Murray's kick goes to Meggett at the goal line. And Meggett is down at about the 18 by Joe Fishback. And so the Giants in overtime will have first crack.
Well, they started like this in the last drive to tie it up. Of course, the couple of passes to Callaway, but the big thing was Rodney Hampton running with the ball. Michael Irvin over there, I think probably a little frustrated. Hasn't seen much action in the second half. And in the last half hour or so, the Cowboys haven't had the ball.
Well, you were talking about all those weapons they have, but they haven't been able to utilize those weapons.
That's the best way. Keep those weapons on the bench.
Phil Simms puts Jackson in motion. And he gives to Hampton, who has a collision behind the line of scrimmage and gets perhaps a yard. Tony Tolbert. caused the collision.
Rodney Hampton doesn't look tired. You know, you look at him, I was looking to see, you wonder how much more he has in his tank, you know, because he came out in really that third and fourth quarter. I mean, he played a bundle. And you wonder, you know, how he's going to do in overtime. If you just look at him there, he doesn't look tired at all.
2nd and 9. Here is Sims to Hampton. Rodney Hampton stayed on his feet. Dive for the first down marker is about a yard short. Hit by Darren Woodson.
But that's a different thing in this game. A different thing in this second half. You know, you don't see guys just running out of bounds, you know, or just get, I mean, they're stretching, they're trying to get the ball, they're trying to get another yard, just everything you got. You know, if you got it in you, you got to give it now.
3rd and 1. You would expect Hampton. Maybe that's why you won't get him. Yes, you do. It's a first down and more. Woodson up to make the hit. That offensive line of the Giants now doing an outstanding job.
And Darren Woodson is a good tackle. He's like a linebacker, but Rodney Hampton really finished off this run. Starts with a good double team, a good block in there, and then Hampton just finishes it off over Woodson. Look at that hole he has there. And he knows that he's going to put that licking on Woodson and get another yard and get that first down.
The Giants are their own 31. 13-10 left in overtime. Sims again to Rodney Hampton. Hampton up to the 35. Felt his way for about 3. Lett and Dixon Edwards on the stop.
You know, I think that, you know, Rodney Hampton didn't make the Pro Bowl. He had the knee injury. Remember, he had the surgery and he missed some games, but on this effort that he's at here, 30 rushes, 114 yards. The second half, I know one team he's going to make this year.
Well, he didn't play in that first game against the Cowboys. 2nd down. Cowboys showing blitz. Sims back to throw, and the ball comes loose. This one goes forward, however, and a flag on the play. Casillas hit Sims just as he let it go. This is going to be against the Giants, probably holding.
Now you could see the way Phil Sims threw his hands down, the way Jimmy Johnson threw his hands backwards. You know that it's against the Giants. You don't know what it is.
We have a personal foul, illegal chop block. Number 59, offense. 15-yard penalty. 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Brian Williams is 59.
An illegal chalk block is when a guy has a guy stood up and he's engaged with one blocker, and then you come in and chop him. Now you can chop him, but you can't do it if he's engaged with another blocker. So what happened is he was engaged with the guard, and then Williams went to help him and chopped him.
So it's 2nd down and 22 make it. The Giants back at the 20-yard line. Meggett is split out wide left with McCaffrey. Here's the reverse to Meggett, who's going to throw it. Or start to, and now Meggett's going to take off. And Jim Jeffcoat got him around the ankle. Did you check the balloon that blew into that play just as it started?
I saw the balloon going right by, and I saw Meggett coming on a reverse, and he was trying to throw to Callaway. Here he comes here. Here's Callaway. That's the guy that they're trying to get to, but they didn't fool anyone.
And there goes the balloon.
Yeah, the balloon's right there in the middle. You see down here, see the good coverage down there. They covered Callaway right in here, so then Meggett had to run with the ball.
3rd and 16. Meggett was tripped up by Jeffcoat, and he was hurt, so Meggett has left.
This is, it looks like just as he goes down there, his foot gets caught and his knee kind of gets hyperextended. Whew.
Tripped up by Jeffcoat and another Cowboy.
These guys are are so strong. It's just sometimes it's just amazing what their bodies can take. And when you get in a point like this, and a guy like Dave Meggett, who's a big third down guy for the Giants, he's not going to miss third down in overtime against the Cowboys for the championship.
3rd and 16. Everybody was on sides that time. Here's Sims, and he's going to take off, and he's going to be downed at the 30. Darren Woodson with the clutch tackle.
Again, the thing that Phil Sims wants to do here in the shotgun is you would like to get a completion, but the thing you don't want to do is you see here, everyone is covered. There's no one open here. There's no one to throw it to, so you don't want to force something in there. So if you're not going to force it, the next best thing is run as far as you can, punt the ball, play defense.
Moran's kick. Kevin Williams just runs away from it, and it bounces down to about the 30. Whitmer downs it there, a 45-yard punt. Let's see if Emmitt Smith is in the game, and yes, indeed he is. Aikman just joined the huddle. 1st and 10 Cowboys at their own 25. Emmitt Smith has carried 26 times, 151 yards.
And these fans are giving a standing ovation for their defense. They want their defense to come up now.
Aikman gives to Smith. Smith lunges underneath tacklers for about 3, and he's going at about, well, maybe half speed right now. Speed, yes, but his arm is really bothering him. Detroit will host. They win the NFC Central. Second and 8. Here's Aikman. Drops it to Smith. Stopped short of the first down by Corey Miller.
You know, Smith may only have one arm, but they're still going to him. They ran him to the right, and then they passed, and they threw the ball to him. Watch him here. He's in the backfield, lined up behind the tackle. He just circles out and then comes in underneath. They hit that underneath pass again. That's one of their plans against that loose cover 2, is to hit the underneath guy.
Dallas will go with 3 wide receivers, and Novacek 3rd and 2. Aikman will throw it. Gets it out to Emmitt Smith, and he'll have the Dallas first down out to the 30, out to the 44. Talk about your tough guys. There's one.
And then not only that, not only is he a tough guy, not only is he in there, but he's the go-to guy.
John, you know that Jimmy Johnson and the Cowboys are aware that a tie gives them the championship and the week off. Is there any point in their mind that they play for a tie?
Yeah, I mean, and the way they do that is they just don't rush anything. They just want to keep their time, move the ball, keep it away from the Giants.
Emmitt Smith again. Smith hit down at the 45-46, slowly gets up.
Although they would have a tough time running 9 minutes off of the clock without scoring. I think if they keep moving the ball and they keep doing that they're going to score before time's going to run out.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 situation. Now 8:40 left to play. Emmitt Smith down on the sideline. He is hurting. Lincoln Coleman has taken his place. And you know, they have said to him over and over, hang on to the ball if you get it. Aikman to Darrell Johnston. That's close to a first down.
That was a heck of a throw by Troy Aikman. That's probably why they're paying him $50 million. He was going to throw it to Lincoln Coleman out on the sideline, and he looked and he looked and he looked, and then he came back to Johnston. Watch, he's trying to hit 44 out there to the side. See him look there, and watch him turn back. Zip right in there to Darrell Johnston.
They'll move the sticks. First down. Enough on the completion. There was a penalty on the play. That was declined, and Dallas takes the first down. Aikman, 23 out of 29. Coleman is the deep back, and he gets the carry. Lincoln Coleman to about the 45. Bailey and Brooks. 8 minutes left now in overtime. 13-13, Cowboys and the Giants.
And Emmitt Smith is coming back in. You know the go-to guys have always been Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. I think Michael Irvin's only caught one pass his second half, and again, part of it is that coverage that the Giants use, but you would think the other thing is they ought to try and get the ball to him because he's their other big playmaker. And number one big playmaker is Emmitt Smith, and he proved that today.
Here's Aikman to Emmitt Smith. Smith short of a first down by about a yard. And he gets up again in pain. Corey Miller made the stop.
Emmitt Smith ran what they call a choice route there. But if you watch the coverage, here's Michael Irvin out here, and now they're going to have bump him and then have the safety come over to this side. You see, and that's the reason they're throwing the underneath stuff. See, they got the bump, the safety coming over. They really got two guys watching him all the time, and that's why Aikman's taking the underneath.
Again on 3rd and short. They go with a short yardage formation. They give the ball to Smith, and Smith gets the first down. We're in overtime at Giant Stadium, 13-13. Dallas football at the Giant 35. Emmitt Smith was hurt earlier, his shoulder, right shoulder, but he's played with that pain, with the exception of a couple of plays. Dallas has a first down at the Giant 35 in overtime. 6:14 left to play. 1st and 10, Novacek was the man in motion. Here's Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith hammers inside the 25. Stopped by Guyton.
I think, Pat, of all the games we've done together over the years, I don't know that we've ever seen two running backs have a better day and a tougher day. I mean, look at Emmitt Smith, 30 rushes, 168 yards. Rodney Hampton, 30 rushes, 114 yards. I mean, I don't know that I've ever, we've seen one back have great days, but I don't know that we've ever seen, especially like these two guys have today.
Here's Smith again. Over the left side, Smith scored the only touchdown. That was on a pass reception.
Yeah, because in addition to what he's done on the ground, he's also caught 10 passes today for 60 yards, and like you said, the touchdown.
Eddie Murray loosening up on the sideline. Clock running now. It'll tick down to about 5 minutes before they run another play. 13-13. The end of the year, Detroit beat Green Bay, so they won the NFC Central. The winner here wins the NFC East. Smith breaks one tackle. Gets to the 24. Jesse Campbell and Lawrence Taylor made the stop.
And those people say that professional athletes are paid too much money, and Emmitt Smith gets too much money and he's overpaid. Got to get under those shoulder pads today and see who gets paid too much money. This is what great players get paid a lot of money for.
Somebody else is going to have to pick it up because he's going to be sore.
You talk about emptying your tank. We've seen Emmitt Smith empty his tank before, and he really emptied it today.
On 3rd down, the Cowboys have put the kicker Eddie Murray in the game with Jay Novacek to hold. Murray is 2 for 2 on the day, along of 38. This will be from 41.
I'll tell you, the high of the team that wins this game is going to be as high as you can get, and the low of the team that loses is going to be as low as you can get.
Murray's kick is high enough and long enough, and right down the middle. From 41 yards out, Eddie Murray. With 4:16 left in overtime, Eddie Murray wins it for Dallas. And they're the NFC Eastern Division champions. And that picture, if you're a Giant, says it all. Not for him, but for the players. that one.
Tio, Oromo, and the tight end. Is there a widening chasm in the Cowboys locker room, and why the Giants are smiling about all this drama in Dallas? Plus, 3 days after the passing of his father, Matt Castle rejoined the Patriots, but will he be able to start against the Raiders? And after rushing for just 25 yards against the Cowboys, Steelers running back Willie Parker drew the ire of head coach Mike Tomlin, saying the black and gold need to run the football more. Mike Tomlin's surprising response, all right now on NFL Total Access.
I am not worried about a divided locker room, no.
Well, you can shape it however you want to shape it. We had to do what we had to do to win the football game.
Castle throwing on the move. Touchdown! Matt Castle made the play.
You got a bunch of brothers on this team that's there for him with open arms.
It's a juicy one Sunday night. Cowboys and Giants at Texas Stadium. Friday, the Giants ruled out running back Brandon Jacobs because of his left knee injury. Jacobs rode the bike and stretched Friday, jogged a little bit, but he hasn't practiced all week. He re-aggravated the injury, and the Giants lost to the Eagles last Sunday. Head coach Tom Coughlin says he didn't feel like Jacobs would be ready to play. Meanwhile, in the Cowboys backfield, Dallas head coach Wade Phillips says Marion Barber and that broken right pinky toe will be a game-time decision. Barber has taken part in individual drills. Phillips says he has no problems running straight, but cutting could be a problem. Remember, right before the Cowboys lost the Steelers last weekend, owner Jerry Jones thought Marion Barber could have played. The bigger story in Big D, Friday the Cowboys held a team meeting where among the items on the agenda, the latest flare-up where Terrell Owens, Patrick Creighton, and Roy Williams expressed their concern. The offensive coordinator Jason Garrett, Tony Romo was locking in on tight end, and good friend Jason Witten not going through all his reads. T.O. even believed Romo and Witten were drawing up plays together. Phillips says distraction? What distraction?
Perception outside the organization based on what's been said by players inside the organization that this is a team in chaos. To what sense?
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. No, I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I've talked to the team. I've been with the team. I think the team has talked together. We've all talked together. I mean, there's enough talking. We need to get it done. And that's what I told them. We need to get it done. That's the most important thing. You know, all this talk or non-talk or whatever. I mean, we got to go out and do it on the football field.
He's interested in the ball to win the game. There's no issue between these players, none. And I'm underlining none. You'll see these players, they're co-captains. You'll see these guys, Witten, Owens, Brady James. You'll see these guys out there this morning talking it up and getting ready to play a ball game Sunday.
I think we're together. I mean, we kind of spoke